What's up, guys? What's up, Thousand, Curtis, WS, Drone, and KC? Hey, what's up? Good morning. Good morning. Hope you guys are well today. I'm gonna go grab my coffee real quick. I'll be right back. Let me know what you guys are watching today. It's FOMC meeting today. We also got Qcom, Redbox, a lot of other stuff moving, to be honest. All right, so Google did drop their earnings yesterday. Whatever happened to TBLT? We got Spotify, Shopify earnings. We got Redbox moving. Meta earnings. Hey, what's up, Richard? Hey, I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go get some coffee real quick. All right, guys. Let's see. We got Redbox. We got Boeing earnings this morning as well. We got Spotify, Shopify, Ford. There's Google. Alphabet. Pretty strong after the earnings announcement yesterday. All right, looking in the pre-market session today. Dave and Buster's, man. Or no, this isn't Dave and Buster's. Dave, D-A-V-E, is flying up. Look at D-A-V-E. It's a big move. Yeah, it is hump day. Qcom also got earnings today. Let me know what earnings release you're watching the most this morning. All right, so we're going to get two polls. All right, so all right, guys. So we're doing our daily Twitter polls as we do. On Twitter today, our poll is today is FOMC meeting or today is FOMC day. Will the market react positively? We are live right now on stream talking about it. But yeah, vote on this poll here if you can. Take the time, vote on the poll. We're also going to do a poll in our normal thing. There's the poll right here if you want to take part in our Twitter poll. Also, give me a follow on Twitter if you can. Yeah, we got waste management earnings as well. What earnings are y'all looking forward to the most? I know today we got Boeing numbers. My man Angel was on top of it, bro. That man just tweets my stuff as soon as I post it. So shout out to Angel. I appreciate you. Do you trade the NASDAQ 100 and S&P Open? Well, we trade the SPY, the Q, the E-mini, you know. We trade a $30,000 account with 120K in buying power. We trade it every weekday live, you know. So we trade, you know. FOMC meeting is at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, vote on the poll. FOMC meeting day. We're also going to do a poll on stream here. I'm in Cali. It's 3:37 here. Can't wait for FOMC. What's up, Burge? Yeah, I'm in Texas, so it's 5:30. The E-mini is a futures contract that basically does the same thing. If you look at the SPY right here on the left, and then you look at the E-mini on the right, it's the same thing as the market. You know, it's the same exact thing. It's the same price action. Is what you really want to understand. And so if you zoom out here, here's a better way to look at it. If you zoom out and then you zoom out, the easier way is to look at market hours yesterday. Right, so here's the E-mini on the right. You can see the start of pre-market here. So you can see this is the same thing as this. Let me zoom in a little bit to both of these so you guys can really see that it's the same price action. This is the same thing as this. So look, we got a big move, pull back, bounce. Big move, pull back, bounce. Drop, drop, move up, move up. And so you can trade this right side here in the futures market with no PDT rule, instant settlement, shorting ability, all that good stuff. And so it's just one of the ways that you can trade the S&P 500 without needing 25,000. But I mean, I have 30,000 in my account anyway. So a lot of the time I just buy the SPY directly as opposed to this. But, you know, if I'm feeling frisky, I'll trade the E-mini too. You know, if you want to try it out the futures market, you can try it like Top Step as well. Top Step funds traders and futures. And so if you want to check them out and try to get around the PDT rule, they're a legit regulated fund account program. There's the link in chat if you want to check it out. E-mini is /ES, E-Wayne. But yeah, Dave is up there. And again, we got Boeing earnings today as well. Boeing at 156. Again, we're going to do our poll here. What are the expectations for raising rates today? Is it 75 basis points? So what are they expecting to hike rates up to? I think it's 75 basis points, right? All right. All right, so they're expecting 75 basis points. You know, I guess the only real question here is What amount of rate hike do you think? Let's see. What rate hike? What change of rate? Okay, so what rate hike decision will cause a positive reaction? Or we could change it to you think. What rate hike decision do you think will cause a positive reaction in today's FOMC meeting? All right, we got 0.5. We've got 0.75. We've got 1. All right, let's just do 50 basis points. 75 basis points. 100 basis points. And other. There's no live in chat. There we go. All right, so we got a nice poll going on here. It's an interesting poll. What rate hike decision do you think will cause a positive? Oh man, I said positively reaction. Oh no, we gotta copy all this, guys. My bad. And we're gonna end this and redo it. Sorry, we're gonna have to end this poll and then do it right over again because I did it wrong. So my bad. My apologies, team. That was an accident. There we go. All right. All right, there we go. We fixed the poll. What rate hike decision do you think will cause a positive reaction in today's FOMC meeting? There we go. We fixed the poll. Well, no one selected it because we only had how many votes? 8 votes really quickly. There we go. We got an updated poll now, and you can really vote on it now. So yeah, we got 25% saying 50 basis points now. It's 75 saying 50, 100 basis points has 22%, but it looks like most people are saying on par with expectations. We also did a poll on Twitter here. We did do a Twitter poll, and so far, 63% think no, we're not going to have a positive reaction in the markets to this. We do have Boeing earnings today, so I do have Boeing earnings. We're going to look at that as well. Dave is up big in pre-market today. Again, we are watching for Boeing numbers. Conference calls at 6:30, so it should be going on right now, right? I know it's at 10 a.m. for a conference call. Yeah, so the earnings for Boeing should be out sometime. Let me know when you guys see them out. 50 basis points would temporarily make the market move higher. 75 is pierced in. 100 would be negative. Yeah, most people are saying on par with expectations, so 75 basis points. Hey, thank you, David Z. We appreciate you, man. Yeah, man. And like I said, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Everything we do is free. And so, like, we don't sell anything or charge for anything or claim to be experts. Like, we'll post affiliate links occasionally, but most of the time we're just kind of giving everything away for free. And, you know, we don't sell content. It's all free. So, hey, if you appreciate that, guys, hit the subscribe button. We also got Shopify, Spotify earnings. So kind of a big day for that type of stuff. Big day today, guys. Big day. Uh, 75 basis points. More important is if he actually mentions lowering future hikes starting September. My guess, Mr. JP will avoid. Yeah. We got a really kind and supportive comment, so shout out to my man. He said, just ran into your channel. Shout out to you, bro, and the fact that you don't mind helping beginners without charging people a ton of money. My man, we appreciate you. Dave Pop, yeah, look at Dave, D-A-V-E, software company, mobile app development company. $8 million shares traded. Hey, what's up, JB? So the FOMC meeting results is at 2 p.m. Eastern. Is when the FOMC meeting. We're gonna be streaming it live and reviewing kind of exactly what happens as it does happen. You know, so like we're gonna be talking about it and streaming it live as it happens. You know. All right, but yeah, big time meeting today, guys, and it should be a fun reaction in the markets. To be honest, vote on the poll we got on Twitter. Again, vote on the poll right now. We got almost 20 votes already in like 5 minutes, and so hey, vote on the poll. So far, 58% of people think no, we're not going to have a positive reaction in stocks. Again, follow me on Twitter. There's the Twitter poll right there. All right, guys. All right, guys. So yeah, today is FOMC meeting day. Kind of a crazy day, man. Again, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We certainly appreciate it. All right, guys. So yeah, Redbox actually had a little bit of a resurgence here yesterday, as you can see. All right, guys. So yeah, honestly, it's a huge day fundamentally for the stock market, to be honest. Um, it should be a fun day. We'll see what we get. Again, Boeing's supposed to release some of their numbers later. So we also got this evening big earnings releases. We just got a lot of stuff going on today, man. We got the FOMC meeting at 2 p.m. We got yeah, also thank you guys for helping us hit 700 subs on BT Crypto. All right, guys. So Dave is at once. What do you think about Benzinga Audio Squawk? I think it's useful. He surprises and does 100 basis points. Redbox dropping. Yeah, it's down to 608, but it popped a lot right before the closing bell. We'll see, guys. So far, we did this poll. We got 74 votes on the poll. So far, people are expecting a positive reaction if we get 75 basis points. And so we'll see. Again, it's such a delicate thing. If they do it too low, people are still going to fear inflation. If they do it too high, we might have a really negative reaction. And so it's just kind of a very fragile thing for this type of stuff. And, you know, we'll see what we get. Hey, what's up, Pawn? Let me pay that thing for you, Pawn. Hold on, I got you, man. Let me find it. How much is it? Got you. Okay. See if it'll let me log in here. I'm just gonna do my phone. Like, I barely log into anything on my computer, bro. There you go. All right, so yeah, so SPY up to 394s here. Honestly, a big day today. Wait. It said tweets. How did I do that? Weird. What's your price target for SIGA? Nutriband, what's up, JB? Late day rally, but typical, who knows? All right, Dave, man. Look at Dave. All right, we got 25 votes so far on the FOMC reaction. We're going to do another poll as we do. Today is also Boeing. Got a few polls that we're doing here. We also got another poll for Boeing. Today is Boeing earnings, calls or puts. Vote on that poll right now on Twitter as well. We got that poll live as well. We also got a bunch of other earnings that we're going to be covering today also, as we do here. Hey, what's up, Chocolate? Yeah, Meta earnings. Are they this evening? Or are they tomorrow? I always get these mixed up. Let me check. Dave is like a mobile app development company. If you want to look at the catalyst for Dave, Dave is flying up this morning. The reason Dave is up is because they dropped second quarter result. Or no, I'm sorry, that's not correct. Why is this moving like this? I don't see any catalyst for Dave. Does anybody know why this is up? They posted that they're expecting to release second quarter results on August 11th, but that's in like 2 weeks. So why is Dave up this much? Does anybody know? He's got a 225 million float, not much of a short float, so it's not a short squeeze candidate. Why is Dave moving? Does anybody know? Again, we got some other big earnings out. Boeing is kind of the other big one that everybody's talking about. Yeah, so today we got Boeing, Meta. Google reported earnings yesterday. All right, guys. Dave dipping down a little bit. The SPY is still up to 394.30s here. 394.30s. Yeah, for sure. Dave makes volume. Well, Mead pup Dave yesterday on his Twitter. Interesting. All right, guys. So yeah, we'll see, guys. Let me know, bullish or bearish on these, bullish or bearish on the stock market today. I guess the question is, does the market end green today? That's a good question. Does the market end green today? They say possible short squeeze on Dave. Do not know, honestly. Honestly, the short float's not super high for Dave. There's not really any justification for this move. If I'm looking at it objectively here, there's just not really any justification for it. What do you think of Tiva? I'm not sure. What's up, Spec? Green, Shopify earnings. Yeah. So Shop earnings. We got Shop, Spotify earnings too. Let me see if I can add like a bunch of windows for this. No. Okay. News. Yeah, this is the really dope thing about Benzinga, guys. Like Benzinga's platform, right? So like if you want to find the news release, right? I could type in Shopify, Spotify, Boeing. What else we got dropped earnings today? Shopify, Spotify, Boeing. What other earnings are this morning? This morning. Let me check real quick. Yeah, so other earnings this morning are T-Mobile. So T-Mobile out with their numbers. They showed second quarter EPS of 9 cent per share loss. Does not compare to the 28-cent profit estimate. 19.7 billion missed the 20.11 billion estimate. So T-Mobile, TMUS dropped worse than expected results here. There's T-Mobile, and it actually reacted kind of positively, which is strange. But anyways, here's the nice part about Benzinga, guys. Okay, just to show you. Here's the nice part about Benzinga. We also have Waste Management, Hilton. All right, so I can literally put up all of these companies. Spotify sees third quarter total monthly active users at 450 million, total revenue of 3 billion euros. I think that's what it is. So you can see Spotify dropping some numbers. Spotify second quarter total monthly average users is up to 433 million, up 19% year over year. Total revenue of 2.9 billion. So Spotify missed estimates earnings by 40%. They reported an EPS of 91-cent loss per share versus an estimate of 65-cent loss per share. Revenue was 244 million from the same period last year. So Spotify putting in worse than expected results as well. If we look at Spot here, SPOT, it is reacting positively to this. I don't know why. But yeah, Spotify posting good numbers here. Still waiting on these Shopify numbers, but Spotify up to 110, Boeing at 156. Dave is ripping up here. And then again, we've got T-Mobile dropping numbers that were worse than expected. Their guidance range. Okay, so they raised their guidance for T-Mobile, and I guess that's why they're up. So T-Mobile raised their guidance to 5.4 to 5.6 billion. It looks like what's causing them to pop up here is that they raised their guidance. Yeah, we'll plug Benzinga as much as we want. Y'all check out Benzinga. Honestly, Benzinga is really dope, and yeah, you better believe we're plugging them. Benzinga is just such a useful platform. Honestly, in the end, nobody can really complain about it. If you do, you're just being unreasonable. Like in the end, everything we put out there is free. We don't charge a penny for any of our content. And so if we want to subsidize with affiliate links, y'all will get over it. Cheers to you. But yeah, Shopify dropping numbers too here. There's Spotify numbers. Shopify, SOHP, reacting pretty negatively to this. And so, yeah, Shopify dropping worse than expected. Let me see. No, I don't see the Shopify out yet. I see Spotify, but Shopify is dropping right now. Let me see if we can figure out why. Let me look at another platform here to see what they show. I don't see the Shopify numbers. If y'all see them before me, let me know. But they are dropping like they're out for Shopify. I just don't see them anywhere else on any platform. I looked at multiple different platforms. Oh, my bad, Maximus. I thought you were criticizing me. Yeah, but Benzinga is super useful. I hope you guys can see that. Hey, what's up, Rich? J-Pal gonna cut rates 100 basis points. I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. Spotify is flying. Look at T-Mobile's up to on increased guidance. Spotify up to 110 here, man. So Spotify's ripping to 110. Shopify is down to 30.5s. Shopify down. Big. All right, we got Spotify up to 110.70s here. Shopify still dropping here. I'm trying to wait for the Shopify numbers. Let me see if we can figure out some more on Shopify. Here we go. All right, so Shopify posted non-GAAP EPS of 3-cent loss, missed by 6 cents, revenue of 1.3 billion, missed by 30 million. So yeah, Shopify posted worse than expected results as well. Here's the numbers for Shopify, just so you guys can see what's going on. Let's see if we can put all of this in one thing here. Give me 1 second. All right, so there's the Shopify numbers. We got that. Spotify is out too. Yeah, we're going to post this here as well. Try to get kind of a list of everything. And then we got Shopify, Spotify. What else we had today? T-Mobile, I think, had some stuff. There we go. Here's T-Mobile. T-Mobile raised guidance, though, so I think that's what's boosting them. But yeah, here's most of the earnings this morning for all the big ones. In Arizona, just got home from the casino, won 1K. I'm ready to buy some options. Hey, good luck, Mr. J-Pal. Be like, FOMC is all in calls. Got to pump. Why not cut rates, stimulate the economy? Does anybody know? Hey, thank you, Maximus. We appreciate you, brother. Anybody know why Dave is ripping up here? Does anybody know? All right, guys. So we got Shopify breaking lows. Shopify down at 29.45s. J Powell speaking at 2 p.m. I don't know him, but I'm up $100. Dave is ripping because it's a cute stock. Wilmead posted almost 10 million. Traded in Dave today. This is in Cuban, Mark Cuban backed company that also has Tiger Global as an investor. I've seen a ton of ads for this Fin app recently. Okay, got you. Appreciate that, Terry. That actually makes a lot of sense. So I appreciate you. Thank you. Boeing earnings are a little bit split here. Shout out to my man Angel. My man be sharing everything. We appreciate you. Yeah, I don't know who Angel Cortez is in chat, but thank you, bro. We appreciate you, man. Yeah, Fed meeting at 2 p.m. It's time, guys. It should be a big day today, man. And honestly, we got 230 something people here at like 7 in the morning, so it should be a big day, man. We'll see what we get. Wish us luck, guys. All right, guys. So Shopify still breaking down pretty, rough. Spotify up to 110.78. We got Boeing at 157. We're still waiting for that number to drop on Boeing, or those numbers, I should say. Nothing out yet. The conference call for Boeing is at 6:30 in the morning, or it says it is, but I think it's really later than that. It might be 6:30 Pacific time or something. But yeah, a lot of big stuff going on today, and we'll see what we get. Are you buying up Shopify here? Again, I mean, Shopify. Yeah, to be honest, JB, I'm just kind of ignoring all of that stuff right now, dude. We've had too much of that stuff over the last, few months. By Google calls. Yeah, Google up had a positive reaction to the earnings releases yesterday. So far in terms of polls, we're pretty split right down the middle on our Twitter accounts here. Pretty split right down the middle. If you see our votes, we said today is FOMC meeting day. Will the market react positively? So far, 48% think yes, and then 52% think no. And so vote on our poll right now, guys. We got a couple votes early this morning. If you want to vote on this poll, we got one for this. We got one for Boeing as well. But again, if you want to vote on this poll, open it up in a new tab, of course. And there's the link. Check it out. Vote on that poll. Give me a follow on Twitter. I certainly appreciate the follows if you can. We'll see if Spotify bounces back. There's Dave. Dave is a big stock. Cheap. It's under $1 right now. There's Spotify up to 110. Shopify still breaking lows here. If we look at the SPY itself, right now we're just over 394s on the SPY. How did the Yankees-Mets game go? Don't ruin it. I'm watching the highlights right now. A lot of these games just happen too late for me. Mm. Shopify starting to break down. It's at 29.50s right now. 29.50s. Bro, Judge, man. Judge looks like he baby taps that ball, bro. Judge looks like he just kind of bunts the ball and it just flies over the fence. You know, that dude's like 8 feet tall. He doesn't even look like he hits the ball that hard and it just flies over the fence, you know? It's like he's playing with a metal bat. Everybody else is playing with, wood. But man, he baby taps that ball. It just flies. Same thing with Rizzo. Rizzo's a beast too. Look at Rizzo. Anyways, Shopify down at the lows is at 29.30s. 29.30s. We got Dave up there at 95. Boeing at 157. Spy at 394s. So yeah. Again, today we had T-Mobile numbers. Still waiting. T-Mobile reacted positively. We had Spotify as well. Spotify up from all these earnings. Also, so Spotify up to 110. Dave dipping under VWAP here. Still watching Boeing. Still watching Boeing, waiting for something to drop for this one. Nothing out yet for Boeing numbers. All right, Shopify now says they expect 2022 will end up being different, more of a transition year in which e-commerce is largely reset to the pre-C word trend line and is now pressured by persistent high inflation, end quote, for Shopify. I don't know how I feel about that, man. I think that... I don't know, man. I think Shopify, here's the problem for Shopify, okay? Like, here's the real problem with Shopify, if I'm being completely real about it. All right? The real problem with Shopify is a lot of Shopify's business is propped up through drop shipping. Like, most people purchase things on Shopify through drop shipping advertisements. And I don't know if that's makes me feel the safest long term for their overall business. Is the problem. I'm not saying that they're not good. I'm not saying that they're going to fail. But like, I think if it's not a drop shipping ad, most people are just going to buy something through Amazon. You know what I mean? Most people are just going to buy through Amazon. And so, the question I think that everybody should ask regarding Shopify is that enough to prop their business up long term through drop shipping purchases? I think drop shipping is kind of gimmicky. It's super saturated. People make more money selling courses on how to drop ship than they do actually drop shipping. A funny thing I see here from people that don't know that much about business is really what it is that I'll see people post and they're like, yeah, man, last year we did 100,000 in sales through drop shipping. It's like, okay, bro, you did 100K in sales. What did you make last year then? You made what, like 5,000? If it's a 5% margin, $10,000? That's not enough to live off of, bro. And so, like, you flashing your 100K sales year means you didn't make that much, bro. The margins aren't that good. You didn't make 100K in profit. You made 100K total sales, which means you might have made, what, 10% max in profit, so 10K. It's just not super impressive. And a lot of people that don't understand business see that, and they're like, oh, wow. And that's the problem with drop shipping, is that the margins aren't great and it's saturated. And so is that enough to prop Shopify's business up? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But again, I think drop shipping is one of those things where people make more money selling courses on how to drop ship than they do from actually drop shipping, unfortunately. And so, yeah, it looks like Boeing is back, moving up to the top of the range. Shopify is still down at 29.20s here. Still down at 29.20s. FOMC meeting is at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shopify breaking under lows. Down to $29 here. $29. Dave earnings call, Q2 results. Yeah, August 11th. What is your portfolio mostly focused on as we're going into this negative second quarter? Mostly my portfolio revolves around blue chip tech stocks like Apple, Disney as well, media stocks like Disney, Apple, Disney, Amazon, stuff like that. Yeah, I've never used Shopify either. The only people that really do, like I said, is dropshippers. All right, but Shopify breaking lows. Boeing still doesn't have anything out yet for it. Hey, what's up, Darius? Mets. Joshua, man, you're ruining the game for me, bro. I mean, I can kind of see the Mets were leading 5-2 by the 4th inning, bases loaded. So, I mean, I can kind of see it. I'm watching the replays now, bro, but yeah. All right, but Spotify up to 110. Now, Spotify is a little bit different. It's kind of more of a... Spotify is more of a... you know, kind of a audio platform. I know they do like podcasts now and stuff like that, music and audio. Dave ripping up this morning. Teva also making some moves. A few people mentioned Teva, T-E-V-A. Teva up to 860s right now. So Teva making some moves, kind of testing those highs. Shopify still down towards those lows here. What about Boeing, man? Boeing's supposed to drop numbers too, but I don't see anything out yet for Boeing specifically. So Boeing's supposed to drop some numbers. Man, I don't think the Mets are going to get to the series. I think my Astros. Mets are good, though. They're up there. Dodgers, you know. Dodgers, Astros. You know, Yankees are almost certainly going to be there. They're just too good. But Teva at 860s here. Still watching Spotify. Spotify up to 110s here. Let's see if Shopify bottoms out. Is that 29.21s? All right, guys. So Shopify down there. Dave's still trying to bounce. Boeing still nothing out yet. Still making moves. Let's see how the SPY's reacting to all this here. Here's the SPY. And again, the meeting's at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so it should be a fun day, man. We got a lot of craziness going on today. Meta is another stock that people are talking about. The question is Meta oversold considering the big drops it's made since the last earnings report came out back in February? You know, Meta dropped massively after it basically said that it lost $10 billion in the metaverse. It said it lost $10 billion in the metaverse. And Meta has been down pretty heavily ever since then. I guess the question now is, do you think this is oversold? Do you think we're extended on the downside? And if so, do you think Meta reacts positively to the earnings report that it drops this evening? Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, it should be a big day all around for stocks in general. Again, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when the Fed meeting is going to be. And then we got some big earnings today. We got Meta earnings, obviously Shopify, Boeing earnings this morning. All right, Shopify starting to bounce up a little bit. Boeing, we're still waiting on the numbers to drop for Boeing. All right. It's not oversold. So do y'all think it's going to drop more? What did Google say about earnings? Google posted mixed results. They posted better than expected EPS, which is profitability. So their profitability was higher than expected, but they also posted lower than expected sales. And so it was mixed results. Why the wait and buy gap down in Meta? It's a dog. Yeah, maybe, man. We'll see. What did Google say about earnings? Yeah, Google posted their numbers here. So these are the Google numbers right here. So Google posted EPS of 121 per share, missed the 131 estimate, sales of 69.98 billion, missed the 70.35 billion estimate. So Google posted mixed results. Here's all the big numbers that came out today for earnings. But yeah, Google posted mixed results. Yeah, IMPP is oil related, right, Doge? Yeah, Meta will be interesting, man. It'll be fun. We'll see. Now, we asked people on our votes here. We're completely split on Twitter, man. Look at this. We're completely split. Today is FOMC day with the market react positively here. Completely split on Twitter, 50-50 split. Dave's still popping up some. Dave is still moving. But it's a big day, man. It's a big day. Again, y'all let me know what you guys are watching. I got call 760 break even on SWN. What is SWN? It's man, I can't remember what that is. I remember it. Southwest Energy. Gotcha. Yeah, energy plays moving up too today. We got Exxon Mobil up to 90 something. Tiva moving up some too. It's at 874s, 875s. PZN. We got a lot of them. VNet. GMVD gapping up to 44 cents. IMPP runs. Maybe, man. Maybe we'll get it. Again, here's Shopify. Shopify. Bounce it up a little bit. It's at 29.50s. 29.50s. Man, where is Hood at, bro science? It's been a while since I even looked at Hood, to be honest. Hood is up to 850s. What's the symbol, boss? Yeah, Google ad revenue is what caused it to pop. So yeah. Google also had double-digit revenue growth. So like revenue still grew, even though it was a little bit lower than expected, it still grew, which was bullish. So yeah, Google helped the market as well. Microsoft also did really well. If you look at MSFT, Microsoft did really well leading up to that or after that earnings report as well. And it also, I think, boosted Bitcoin up a little bit too. Boeing earnings might be out. Let me check to be sure, but Boeing just popped up big. So it looks like, yeah, Boeing earnings are out. It looks like Boeing posted revenue of 16.7 billion. They posted a non-GAAP loss per share of 37 cents. Total backlog of 372 billion. They also successfully completed their CST-100 Starliner uncrewed orbital flight test (OFT-2). They increased 737 production to 31 per month. Operating cash flow of 0.1 billion, so 100 million. Continuing to expect positive free cash flow for 2022. Boeing reacting negatively to this now. Again, but Boeing results are out. They posted revenue of 16.7 billion, GAAP earnings per share of 32 cent per share profit, and core non-GAAP loss per share of 37-cent loss. So that was the Boeing numbers. And again, Boeing is kind of neutrally reacting to this as we speak. Again, here's the full Boeing numbers if you guys want them. But yeah, here's the full Boeing numbers if you guys want them. This is it right here. So Boeing reacting now. It's up to 160. Reacting positively for the most part here. We did have some positive stuff so far that were released in this earnings report. If we look at the full actual earnings report here, if we look at the actual full earnings report, it says that revenue of 16.7 billion. They successfully completed one of their Starliner uncrewed orbital flight tests. They increased 737 production to 31 per month, and they continue to expect positive free cash flow for 2022. And so even though they dropped a loss per share of 37 cents, positive expectations for Boeing, and they're up to 162 right now, so they're reacting positively here. Again, they put core EPS. They did miss. Sales missed as well, but again, they continue to expect positive free cash flow for 2022. They increased 737 production to 31 per month, and they completed their CST-100 Starliner orbital flight test for Boeing. And so they're reacting positively to this right now. You can see they're up to 161 as we speak, 161 reaction. So yeah, Boeing did miss. What's up, Emmanuel? But yeah, initially Boeing just reacted positively. Here you can see again, it's up to 162s right now, 162s. You can see the Boeing numbers as I speak below me. Again, they dropped second quarter core EPS of 37-cent loss per share, missed the 16-cent loss per share estimate. Sales of 16.68 billion, missed the 17.55 billion estimate. Again, we did have some positive things that were said. They continue to expect positive free cash flow for 2022. And they increased 737 production to 31 per month and also completed the CST-100 Starliner uncrewed orbital flight test 2, OFT2. So yeah, positive reaction so far for this. We'll see if we get something else. We did a Twitter poll on Boeing, and yeah, we're up to 163. It's reacting positively to this now. All right, guys. So yeah, Boeing at 162, bouncing off of this right now. Bro, I go to Twitter. Everybody's just arguing about politics, man. I just, in the end, I feel like we just gotta stop arguing about politics. Nobody wins those arguments. Everybody just ends up being frustrated. All right, so when a reverse split happens, does that mean shares from the float get reduced? Yes. Or I don't know. I don't think a reverse split. No, actually no. I don't think a reverse split actually reduces shares. I think. I don't know. Let me see. I think it just compensates for them. Yeah. Yeah, so basically, yes. So they reduce the total amount of shares, but they raise the price of the stock. Sorry, I get reverse split and split mixed up. A split is when a split lowers the price of the stock. A reverse split is the best examples of reverse split in the last few days were SNDL. And what was the other one? It was SNDL and man, was it GOVX? These two companies, like what happens with these, no offense, but what happens with these obscure, crappy, terrible performing companies is that they drop and they drop and they drop. And once they maintain below a specific amount for an extended period of time, what happens is like the NASDAQ exchange threatens to delist them. And so in order to stay in that exchange, what they ultimately have to do is they have to reduce the amount of shares that they have in the float and, do a reverse split, which, if your stock is 10 cents and you do a 10-to-1 split, then your stock will now have 10 times less the amount of shares, but each share will now be worth $1, right? So like that's what a reverse split does. And it basically allows some of these companies that would get delisted if they remained at that specific low price point to boost the price of their shares and stay listed in the exchange that they're currently in. And again, better examples of that are SNDL in the last few days. I'm pretty sure they did one. Yeah, Shopify still down to 29.30s. Well, yeah, splits are for healthy companies. No, and no offense to unhealthy companies, I guess, or offense, I don't know, but like splits are fine. Like splits are when a large, usually healthy company wants to lower the price of their stock and allow it to be more affordable. The latest big one was Amazon a few weeks ago. Amazon split, and it's just as the name suggests, it's taking the price and splitting it up, taking the amount of shares and splitting it up into more affordable, cheaper, but more shares. So like with Amazon, what they did was a 10-to-1 split. I think it was either 10 or 20-to-1, and so you basically take the price and divide it by 10, and that's the new price. GameStop was another one that recently was. GameStop was at 140. It's now at $33 after the split. 20-to-1. My bad. Yeah, I see so much stuff here covering stock market news that I forget, which stocks do what. So Alphabet stocks are already out, or Celis. Oh, you were there with us yesterday, brother. You were at the crypto show too, so I appreciate you, bro. But yeah, Google up there to 109. Google showing resilience. Yeah, so again, Boeing, even though they posted worse than expected results, they had a few silver linings in that earnings report for Boeing. Again, specifically for Boeing, they continue to expect positive free cash flow for 2022. They increased 737 production to 31 per month. They're working with the FAA on final actions to resume the 787 deliveries, and they also completed the CST-100 Starliner uncrewed orbital flight test 2. Posted revenue of 16.7 billion. So even though they missed on both fronts, aside from that, for Boeing, they still had enough positive catalyst here in their earnings report to boost the stock up. Boeing currently at 161, Google at 109s. We got Meta at 162s here. Again, other earnings today: Shopify, Spotify. There's Shopify down to 29.40. So should be fun. Kathy dumped her coin position yesterday from 200 average. No offense to Kathy Lee, or no, what is it? Not is it Kathy Woods? I mean, no offense to Kathy Woods, but I just don't agree with a lot of the stocks she buys, man. And no offense to her, like she's a big name and I get it, but to be honest, when you look at what she buys, it seems like she buys hype. And like hype is usually not the right move. You know what I mean? A lot of the hyped up stocks are not going to hold their gains and they're going to come back down. And so if you look at like what ARK's holdings are, I just don't agree with a lot of her purchases. I just don't agree with those stocks. I think they're vulnerable long term. I think she's spending money on extended plays and hyped up moves, and I just think that that's the wrong move, and that's why they haven't done that great. Is because they're buying really extended hyped up stocks when they're at their peak, at their highs, and then when they correct back down some, as a lot of them do, ARK Invest ends up losing a lot of money. And again, let me know what you guys think. Do y'all agree with Kathy Woods? Let me know. But she just seems to buy up hyped up stocks. And, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. We'll buy the dip here on the SPY. Yeah, Boeing up to over 162s. We got Google there. Dave, big ripper earlier. All right, guys, it's a rough market, so I give Kathy a pass. Yeah, I mean, and to be fair to her, it's been a hard market, man. A lot of stuff is just crashed, bro. A lot of stuff is just not holding, and the market has been uh, sideways, man. The market has been sideways for the last few weeks, but before that, everything dropped. A lot of people unreasonably criticize cryptocurrencies as well, but it's like, bro, everything's dropping, man. Sneaker market crashed, crypto crashed, stock market crashed. You know what I mean? Everything's down, and so but again, I just I think that Kathy Wood's trading style just varies wildly from my trading style. Like I tend to prefer extended dip buys. Like I tend to wait for companies to get really beat up, and then I analyze what companies that are really extended on the downside are going to be okay long term, and then I buy those when they're down big. I go with Warren Buffett: better to be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. So if I see a really healthy company that I think will do really well long term, that gets really beat up short term on a catalyst, that drops massively short term, I'm usually buying those dips instead, and those are my holdings long term, based off of extension, not super hyped up stocks at their peak. That's just not really what I'm about. I don't think that's a very safe uh, trading style. I think buying up hyped up stock is just big risk. Yeah. Yeah, we all get caught up in the hype, of course, man. You know what I mean? But like if you're gonna run a fund, you're different, bro. Like I could get caught up in the hype and that's fine, but I'm not running my own fund here, you know? And if I was, like I said, I tend to prefer value, like extended dip value. Like I prefer to buy oversold stocks. I don't like buying stocks when they're at their peak. And while you might get lucky and catch one that just goes parabolic and crazy, a lot of the time stocks are going to correct, even if they're really healthy companies, if they're up too much. All right, guys. So Shopify trying to bounce back. Boeing back under VWAP now. So Boeing under VWAP here. If we look at like Google, we got Spotify here. We got T-Mobile. Again, Dave is kind of going crazy. TEVA is up to 880s. Kathy Woods is not a billionaire. Toilet paper crisis of 2020. Yeah, y'all buying Shop. I mean, again, judging by what I just said, maybe Shop is down. Again, I don't know about Shop long term, but because I'm amazing. Shopify dipping down a little bit. Tiva still running up. Let's see if Boeing can get back over VWAP here. It could. It might. We'll see. What happened with this GameStop customer I'm seeing on Jamari? Does anybody else watch Jamari, bro? That dude is funny. Like, I'll be watching I'll be watching all of Jamari's stuff constantly, man. He's just funny. That dude is just hilarious. Kid Cudi doesn't deserve this. I mean, Kid Cudi, bro. I like Kid Cudi, dude. I like Kid Cudi more than people realize. Kid Cudi's "Man on the Moon," one of the best albums in the game. I heard what's his name? Who was that comedian say that? But like, "Man on the Moon," the song "Man on the Moon," great song, man. Just different music, but they booed Cudi off the stage. All right, so let's see what happens with Shopify. It's down. Let's see what else we got. Let's put on some other type of music. There we go. Bruce. What video? Yeah, Pawn. Was Bruce posting one of those scam videos? Yeah, y'all be careful, man. What happens with a lot of the Kathy Woods stuff, it'll be like Kathy Woods and Elon Musk are at a conference, and they'll take a bunch of old footage and they'll clip it together and put an overlay over it, and then eventually they'll ask you to send them crypto in like the comments or somewhere. They'll try to steal something from you. They're trying to steal data. They might be trying to steal, a lot of the time they're trying to get you to send them crypto. So they'll be like, yeah, we're doing a crypto Bitcoin giveaway. Send me 2 Bitcoin and you'll get 3 back or whatever it is, right? Never do it. It's all a scam. I actually posted a picture of it the other day in our Discord. So in our Discord the other day, I posted a picture of it. Let me see where it is. And I kind of showed people what it looks like when they're scamming people, like what the scammers truly look like. Let me see if I can find it, man. Oh, we got our fantasy football thing. Somebody's going to have to help me because I've never played fantasy football before. But man, I can't figure out where. Let me find the chat. Okay, here it is. Right. So if you're ever wondering what these scams look like, right? If you're ever wondering what the scams look like, this is what they look like, okay? So they'll send somebody a bunch of fake views, and they'll say, news, Elon Musk, Bitcoin price prediction, and they'll put an overlay over it to where it looks like they're speaking. It looks like they're legit, but it's complete BS. It's nonsense. It's scams, right? And so they'll send in a bunch of fake views, and then they'll claim that it's really Elon doing a conference. I've had so many people reach out to me over the last few months, and like, some of them have argued with me, like they'll be like, no. And I've had to be like, nope, it's a scam, don't do it. Yeah, it's a scam for sure. Never click it. I mean, it's up, Todd. Yeah, FOMC is at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be streaming it live too. Y'all hit that like button, guys. Hit the notification bell. We certainly appreciate it. Going off over our polls here, we got 75 basis points is what most people are going to consider a potentially positive reaction in the market here. We said, what rate hike decision do you think will cause a positive reaction in today's FOMC meeting? 48% said 75 basis points is what they think will cause a positive reaction. We had 22 people, and this is out of about 270 people. 22% of people said 50 basis points would cause a positive reaction, and 26% of people said 100 basis points. 4% said something else. It kind of shows how split everybody is regarding this. Boeing under VWAP now. Spotify still chopping sideways here. We're right around the lows of the day for Boeing or for Shopify, and yeah, we'll see if it holds. We got Tiva up there also. Redbox, man, Redbox. It's kind of going a little crazy, man. It's been making some moves too. All right, guys. So yeah, Google at 109s here. Boeing now under VWAP. Let's see if it holds. The Boeing now under VWAP. It's a scam, Bruce. It's a scam, man. Dude, anytime. See, I get arguments. It's a scam 100%, Bruce. Any video claiming that it's Elon and Kathy and the Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey with an overlay is a scam. The hard sell is going to come eventually. I promise you, bro. It is a scam. I've had so many people argue with me about this, and I'm not saying you're even arguing with me, Bruce. I'm just saying it is 100% a scam, dude. Like, it is 100% a scam. Don't even give them views. Like, what they do is they send it fake views. Here's the way to tell. You want to know the real way to tell? Go look at their history. Number one, whatever YouTube channel it is, can you see their subscriber count? Number one, that's the big one. Can you see their subscriber count? Number two, if you go to videos and you look at their history, does it show any actual history there? Yeah, don't send them anything. Okay, Bruce, I'm just gonna go ahead and block you, bro. Like, you're just too, like, you're too antagonistic. To be honest, I was supposed to block you yesterday. We just have too many people complaining about you, man. Like, you're too moody with everything, bro. You complain and, you argue, and it's just kind of too much drama. So, GG, sir. Good day, Bruce. Yeah. And the reason we're blocking you, yeah, he needs to go. It's time. GG, Bruce. Have a good day. Find somebody else to argue with, man. I was trying to help you, bro. I was trying to tell you it's a scam, dude. Don't get scammed. But hey, cheers to you. Anyways, Redbox back over VWAP here. We'll see if it holds that 615 level. Yeah, I'm too nice. That's 100%. I'm just too nice about it, bro. I let it last way too long, bro. Too much just arguments and whining and crying about stuff, man. If I'm like, hey, Bruce, that's a scam, and you're like, stop targeting me, then, like, you're too emo about this, bro. Like, GG, sir. Yeah. It's not that he wasn't yelling, bro. It was that he's just too antagonistic, man. I don't know what that is, Altuve. What is that? Teach me about it, man. I'm open to hearing about it. Hey, we'll see, man. The housing market has been in a ridiculous bubble. Yeah, and just to give you some clarification, I even told Pawn, I was like, hey, I forgot to ban Bruce yesterday. If he does one more dramatic, like, I literally told Pawn less than like a minute before that. I said, one more drama post, and he's gone. And then literally right after that, he cried about Target, good day, sir. Literally like 30 seconds later. Yeah, hey, Pawn was doing over and unders on a Bruce ban, and man, we should have taken that. Anyways. Could we see the SPY to 400 today? I don't know, bro. I think the SPY is kind of far away from 400 for that, dude. I think the SPY currently is at 390s or 394s, I mean. And so, yeah, I mean, we could. It depends on what is announced during this Fed meeting. John is the top 3 nicest guys of all time. Hey, we tried, Melissa. We tried. Thank you. We appreciate the love. I mean, kind of, Altuve, we do, like, I have done a lot of, like, fun stuff with copy trading and crypto. I've never heard of it in Forex, but I've done a lot of it in, like, copy trading with crypto. And so I don't think all copy trading is, like, a scam, It just depends on the site, I guess. You're just lenient, bro. I know, man. I try to be nice, man. But eventually, people just, people take it as weakness, and then we got to ban them. And, like I've told people here, like, being here is like the gauntlet. Like, if you can survive 6 months in the stream without getting banned, I mean, listen, you're doing well. Because this is like the gauntlet. And here, we're banning everybody out here. But yeah, SPY up to 394 is, there's a lot of things. We could hit 400 today in the SPY. But, like, the reality of it is, a lot of people are fearful leading into this Fed meeting. The Fed meeting is at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A lot of people are nervous. Being nice is a good thing. I know, we try, man. We truly try. Yeah, Forex is a much bigger market. Forex is a much bigger market, Bob, than anything else. Forex has a bigger market than stocks, everything, man. Forex is huge. Man, Three Arrows Capital. Bankruptcy. SPY will pump after the Fed meeting. I don't know, man. We'll see, brother. We'll see, dude. But is it baked into the Fed? I don't know, man. We're at 394s right now. I guess that's a good question. When does the SPY get back over 400? I wonder how the Fed rate will affect crypto. Well, certainly at least affected some. The whole market is reacting to it. They're waiting for that reaction. I don't really have stock picks, bro. I'm not really one to give out stock picks, brother. You know, most of the time I'm just telling people I have no idea what's going to happen, and then I'm just kind of speculating. SPY under 393s here. We got Rdbx at 613. Boeing did drop under VWAP. It's still green on the day technically, and it's still technically green since the earnings announcement for Boeing, but it did drop under VWAP and under that 160 level. We got Google at 109.20s. So Google's trying here as well. Jack's good, man. Jack's good. He went all day yesterday without running a fever, so that's good. Yeah, so it'll be an interesting market, man. Again, we got the Fed meeting at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. We got just a lot of stuff going on. There's Boeing at 160, so back up. Google up there. SPY at 394s. We got Rdbx at 612s here. So Rdbx is consolidation, is in consolidation as well. Dave dipped all the way under $1. Dave didn't even really have a catalyst except for Will Mead pumping them up some. Well, what caused this big drop in Bitcoin here? Bitcoin just dropped quickly, like a big drop all the way down. What happened with Bitcoin? Does anybody know why Bitcoin dropped like this? Look at Bitcoin tank. I can't see you. Yeah, look at Bitcoin. Does anybody know why Bitcoin dropped? BWV. Yeah, what is this one? I don't even know. Let me see. Blue water. I don't know anything about BWV, you know. They announced the signing of sponsored research agreement with Cincinnati Children's Hospital. And they're up big, so deal with Cincinnati Children's Hospital. PZN moving up a little bit. Again, looking at the SPY. Here's Shopify. Shopify kind of bouncing up a little bit at 29s. And so what's Shopify's cap? I guess is the question here. Shopify has a market cap of 41 billion. So this might help the market a little bit, at least short term. SPY down to 394s though, so we'll see if it holds that spot. Bitcoin just fell. Yeah, but why did it fall? Usually there's some type of reason for a big drop like this. You know. Shopify back up there. Google still over 109s here. Another big earnings release today is Meta. Meta's at 162.40s. Let's see if we can figure out why. Let me look it up. I could look to see. And one thing Twitter is actually really good for is seeing what's trending. You know, see like the latest trending news to see if there's a reason. Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's a reason why Bitcoin dropped, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. It could be some earnings announcements. Uh, all right, so yeah, did S&P futures drop a bit? No, not really. Here's SPY. If we look at Bitcoin, this is the drop I'm referencing here. Like, look at this drop. So maybe it's just some big sorter, but you can see the orders coming in terms of like volume here. So big volume coming in for Bitcoin. We had this drop, but it wasn't massive, but it's just kind of big. And he's Musk selling Bitcoin. Well, that came out, Paulo, for Musk during the Tesla earnings call. So during the Tesla earnings call, Elon Musk basically said that they sold 75% of their Bitcoin reserves. But that was all the way last week. And so that wasn't anything recent here. Oh, Kathy sold Coinbase. That actually is plausible. Let's look at Coinbase here. Yeah, but Coinbase is up in pre-market. So when did Kathy come out with that announcement? Let me look. I'll have to look up when this actually happened for Coin. All right, so that came out early this morning at like 4:45. Or no, that came out yesterday, last night. So yeah, it came out last night. So maybe that's affecting this, but Bitcoin wouldn't just be reacting to it. The SPY just popped back up some. Here's Bitcoin right there. It's at 21.23s. Boeing trying to get back up there. We got the SPY at 394.19s. Again, Tiva. We got Redbox on the move too. Here's Redbox at 608s. Yeah, it's not a huge drop, I guess. ETH already recovered. Yeah. South Korea. All right, guys. So Redbox at 610s. Sava with some crazy volatility this morning. Yeah, we can look at Sava. Yeah, Sava down big here. What was the reason? Was it earnings related or what's going on with Sava? All right, so report of a criminal probe linked to Alzheimer's. So bad report that dropped for SAVA. Very volatile. The U.S. Justice Department opened a criminal investigation into Sava on whether it manipulated research results for its investigation on new Alzheimer's drug, according to Reuters, citing two people familiar with the inquiry. So yeah, that came out. They're kind of probing into them about some criminal action for SAVA, and they're up to 1670s now after the big drop from that. No John bogus Reuters article. It doesn't seem bogus to me, man. You know, usually there's a clarification if it's a wrong article. It's back up some. And I know you might be holding this, John. But you know, in the end, we're just kind of looking at why they dropped short term. I'm not saying I agree or disagree with it. We're just covering the news on it. And yeah, Sava's up to 16 something. I expect the market will react to more to Fed guidance on hikes today. 75 basis points widely expected. Hopefully it's priced in. Yeah, I think market, if we can, you know, obviously a good reaction would be nice, but even if we just react neutrally. Look at BWV flying up here. Wow, up to 350s. Huge moves. 360s. Small float as well, about 5.5 mil in the float, but BWV is ramping up. Look at that. SPY at 394.20s. Yeah. Where did know the numbers live announced? So the Fed meeting is going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to drop everything as soon as it happens here on stream. We're going to be streaming as they drop those numbers. We're going to be streaming the Fed meeting completely, and so you'll be able to watch it and listen to it and react to it here on this live stream right now. And so hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. We certainly appreciate it. And yeah, let's keep growing. But we're going to cover it all here on stream as we do. Hey, we got about 400 people here already. Not even 8:30 yet in the morning. So, hey, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate you all here. But yeah, BWV is flying up. We got the SPY at 394.20s. Boeing is at 159s. And so if you haven't already, guys, take the time. Listen, everything we do here is free. We don't sell anything. We don't charge for anything. We don't claim to be experts. We don't act like gurus. Everything we put out there is free. We're just a resource and community for traders that we're not going to try to sell you a course or some type of service. Everything we put out there is free. All of our content is free. And so hit that subscribe button. Rdbx at 606, still trying to hold. SPY, Shopify. We also had Spotify drop numbers today. Boeing consolidating under VWAP as we speak here. TEVA was another one that ripped. It's all the way over 9 now as well. But VWV is up like 78%. So this is a huge move in penny stocks right now. Big move. Hostile takeover for BBIG. I saw it trending on Twitter. Revlon, man, it's been a while since I've even looked at Revlon. BWV's up to 370s here, man. Small float too, 5.5 million in the float. Hey. BWV short squeeze. I don't see the short float here for BWV is very big. It's got 5% short float, so it does have some shorts involved for BWV. It's at 360s right now, so. Boeing initial rip made no sense. Well, you got to look at what the actual numbers were for Boeing. And if we look at Boeing here, the reason Boeing ended up ripping after that earnings report is because there are a few things for Boeing. They received a $3.2 million order for one of their A-10 attack rewing contracts. If you look at their actual earnings report, they also said that they continue to expect positive free cash flow for 2022, as well as increased 737 production. They also completed their orbital flight test 2. And so even though they had a miss on both metrics in terms of EPS and sales, they still had some positive guidance expectations for Boeing. So that's the reason they initially went up. And we're over 160 now, so we'll see if they actually hold that as well. Hit the like, guys. It's the right thing to do. Hey, what's up? What's up, Daddy? Shouldn't a 100 basis point increase show that the Fed is aggressively trying to curb inflation for the future? More pain now means less pain later. Yeah, that's basically the argument. Again, if it's such a balance act here for this type of stuff, right? Because, okay, so if they raise rates too much, then short term, there might be some pain and there might be some fear short term. If they don't raise rates enough, then people are going to think that they're not doing enough to combat inflation. And in turn, that might cause a bearish reaction. So it's a very important balancing act here. It's just a big balancing act. And so, we'll see. But yeah, it's just a big balancing act. And we'll see what we get, Put the music back on. Let me know if you can hear it. Yeah, BWV up big, up to 350s. All right, guys. So BWV pulling back here. There's the SPY. All right, guys. So yeah, rate hike day. Let's see what we get. Boeing up to 160s. So we're watching that. Yeah, BBIG, man. Again, kind of you know, I try to warn people. You know, I really do. I try to warn people about this type of stuff. But like, again, what happens to traders is like people get so emotional about what's going on in penny stocks. Like they get so sold on some of these really obscure cheap penny stocks that they just end up getting beat up long term. You know, like a lot of the time people just get really overhyped and they just end up holding these penny stocks forever. And it just kind of makes it to where they refuse to cut losses. In the end, with a penny stock, guys, most penny stocks are going to fail. So a large majority of penny stocks are going to fail. And so you need to treat it like that. Like penny stocks are not blue chip companies. Most of the time when you're holding a penny stock long term, you need to be okay with losing all the money that you invest into that penny stock, because a large majority of penny stocks will fail long term. Maybe like 1 out of 10 might succeed. But if you read some of the catalysts, if you read some of the coverage on these penny stocks by YouTubers and a lot of other big time people on social media, they'll act like these penny stocks are just the next Amazon, right? And so they'll cause a lot of people to spend a lot of money on these penny stocks, unreasonably so. And then whenever you try to tell people, hey, look, that's a risky trade, they just get really emotional because they've got so much money and time and effort wrapped up into it. And so the reality of it is most of these penny stocks are going to fail, you know, and you got to look at it like it is what it is, which is most of these are going to fail. And if you refuse to see that, you're just setting yourself up to lose a lot of money, unfortunately. Dave, all the way down under VWAP now, under $1 here. We got Tiva at 890s. Tiva at 890s. EZFL trying to make a moves. Anything else moving that I don't see? I know we got like VNet up there. IMPP drops earnings today. I'm pretty sure it's at 57 cents. What's up, Chewy? Yeah, man, I don't know. I just see so many people, you know, here's the Q at the bottom of the chart too. I just see so many people just get so emotional about penny stocks, man. Like the reality of it is people get involved with penny stocks because they think that they don't have enough money to buy large chip companies, like large cap companies. The reality of it is it's much better to buy a small amount of shares in a blue chip company than it is to buy a lot of shares in a penny stock. You know, most of them will fail. I have had this conversation with a lot of people about a lot of different stocks. And we could look at all the stocks that, you know, SOS, I had somebody tell me I didn't know what I was talking about. This one recently split, by the way. But yeah, they recently split. So they were at 16 cents a share before the split. BBIG, another one, you know, all the way down to under 80 cents. And so in the end, you just got to see them for what they are, unfortunately. And, you know, BWV is another one that is kind of going absolutely crazy right now. It's all the way up to 360s, 370s here. So crazy price action. Boeing here. And again, let me know what you guys think is going to happen. PGY moving again? Really? There's BWV up big, up almost 80% right now. Here's PGY. It's up some. Let's see if it actually holds over VWAP now. Yeah, for sure, Gabriel. 100%, man. I'm using Thinkorswim stream. Yeah, Tide was the spinoff. It's at 92 cents. What's AMC at, man? AMC back over 14, so that's good. As long as it's holding over there, I guess that's good. GameStop after the split is at 33 bucks. Here's the Q itself. Spotify also dropped numbers, and it reacted positively to that. Boeing is testing the VWAP now. Market red, then green, then red. Yeah, so here's the Q. Again, we got Redbox up here too. Redbox is at 6. Big mover is Dave today. BMW or BMV, I mean. Or BWV. Up to 350, so huge moves there. Boeing upgrades will come. Yeah, you can day trade or swing trade these short term, but like a lot of people end up bag holding penny stocks, and the risk in that is simple. Like you can bag hold Facebook or Amazon or Apple, and like you got a solid chance that those are eventually going to come back to where you bought it at. I'm not saying it's 100%, but like by bag holding large caps, you know, if you hold it long enough, it'll usually come back. Penny stocks is the opposite. You know, where a lot of people bag hold penny stocks and they just refuse to cut their losses, and then it just keeps on dropping, Eventually they do a reverse split, or it gets delisted or whatever, and it just ends up hurting the company and hurting the trader. They just refuse to get out. Here's the SPY. Here's the Q. Again, we got Google dropping earnings yesterday at 109.75 after mostly resilient results from Google, positive ad revenue, mixed results in terms of EPS and sales, but positive ad revenue and expectations there. So they're doing okay. Hey, what's up, Batar? Good morning, man. Happy to see you, bro. Y'all hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. Yeah, remember, guys, everything we do here is free. And so we don't charge a penny for any of our content. Everything we drop is completely free. We don't sell anything. We don't charge for anything. We don't claim to be experts or anything like that. And we're just trying to be a resource and community for traders here. So if you appreciate that, hit the sub button, guys. Historically, this year, the market is bullish on the day prior to the Fed talking. Once the Fed talks, the market gets bearish. Yeah, for sure. That's definitely been the case the last few Fed meetings. And just to give you guys some expectation or give you guys some understanding about what these meetings really mean. Like if you hear the words thrown out there with like FOMC meeting and all that stuff. So every 6 weeks, the Fed meets together for the FOMC meeting on their decision, whether to raise or lower rates. And that's when they announce that rate decision in the Fed meeting. That happens again every 6 weeks. Weeks after the Fed meeting, they drop what's called the Fed minutes report, which is just an explanation on why they chose to raise or lower rates. And the market reacts pretty heavily to all of that stuff. You know, the market's going to react heavily. The Fed meeting is always on Wednesday at 2 p.m. is when Jerome Powell speaks. And again, we're going to be streaming that live here as well. But yeah, that's kind of how it goes. And, you know, I think they're expecting 75 basis points this time. The last time it was 75 basis points and the market reacted pretty bearishly to it. And so we'll see if we get a bearish reaction as well. If you look at the polls we've done on the stream so far today, you can see we're pretty split down the middle in terms of what people think. 75 basis points seems to will cause the most positive reaction. If you look at what rate hike decision do you think will cause a positive reaction in today's FOMC meeting, out of almost 400 votes, we got 49% saying 75 basis points is going to cause the best reaction to this. And now I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I think 75 basis points is fine. And I think if we drop that, it's on par with expectations, which is usually pretty good in terms of FOMC meeting reactions. But again, we'll have to wait and time will tell. We're going to be streaming it here. And then this evening, we got big earnings with Meta earnings this evening. I believe Qcom earnings are this evening as well. So we just got some big numbers dropping today. All right, guys. So Google back up to 110s here, popping off. SPY is up there as well. Again, if we look at Redbox at 6s here. The big movers today, BWV. Deal with another hospital for BWV. It's up to 360s. Right now, the SPY is up to 394s. If we look at Bitcoin specifically here, we're at 21.2s, 21.3s. CDTX is moving up a little bit also. Bill, GG, sir. Good day. Cry about it, sir. You know, cry about it. GG, sir. Everybody give Bill a GG. Good day, sir. Have a good day, sir. Cheers to Bill. You get nothing. Good day, sir. You're just mad we're getting views here out here. You know it. Also, guys, just to bother Bill, everybody hit the subscribe button. He says I'm crying about being free. He's really mad I'm marketing my YouTube channel. So, hey, everybody subscribe just to bother Bill right now. Everybody hit that subscribe button. Give me your most supportive comment in chat right now just to bother Bill. Cheers to you guys. But yeah, CDTX is at 82 cents. 82 cents. Another penny stock play. Again, the big penny stock movers today are BWV. Is at 370s. We're about to break highs potentially again. Hey, thank you, TF, my man. What's up, man? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I said it once and I'll say it again. I'm in this 100% to make money, 100%. If anybody claims that they're on YouTube and they're not out here to either market themselves or make money, they are lying to you. Of course we're out here to make money. You think I'm spending 4 hours of my time here not to make money? Of course I'm here to make money. You don't think I'm out here at the kindness of my heart? Like, come on now. Anybody that tells you that's lying to you. So cheers to Bill. Hey, thank you, Billy, my man. Thanks for streaming the earnings. Thank you, show. Yeah, definitely top 3 day traders in the world right now, you know. It goes Warren Buffett, Bill Ackman, and John for beginner training. We're here. SPY at 394.50s over VWAP now. We got Boeing at 160. Hey, thank you, Santiago. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, durable good orders coming in. Yeah, that's kind of how the market has been, show. Yeah, L for Bill. We appreciate all the support, guys. Hey, thank you, Don. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. All right, guys. So, yeah, durable good orders dropping in about 6 minutes. We're going to be covering that here as well. I've been tuning in for over a year, and this is the place to be for all your pre-market good vibes and stock news. Hey, we appreciate you, JoJo. Thank you, dude. Yeah, we appreciate the support. But no, BWV is ripping up. The other one moving today is Dave, but it didn't really hold. And then Tiva is trying to rip as well. So we got some small cap runners here. I think they're small cap. But Boeing is up there. We got Q up there as well. Rdbx making some moves here, back up to 612s over VWAP here. And then Google is starting to creep back up also. Bitcoin, if we're looking at Bitcoin, is now at 21.3 thousand, roughly 21.3K. PayPal, we got a few people mentioning PayPal, and you can see PayPal gapping up pretty big today. What's the reason? Is this earnings related or no? I think they had a catalyst, right? I think I heard about this. So yeah, Elliott stake build. So Elliott Management Corporation is taking a stake in PayPal. They didn't drop what the stake size actually was. But they did announce that, again, Paul Singer's Elliott Management Corporation has taken a stake in PayPal. And you can see PayPal is up to 82.30s right now. So we'll see if that holds its gains as well. Yeah, oh, bro, if you're mad now, dude, I was selling mustard spoons for $75. I was selling push-ups for $1 a push-up, okay, about a year ago. And one day we made like $600, dude. Selling push-ups out here. Look, capitalism thriving on beginner trading. That's all I'm saying here. Capitalism thrives. You know, I'm doing what I can. PayPal, though, is up on this news. Again, Elliott Management Corporation taking a stake in PayPal. They didn't actually announce what the stake was, but yeah, it's enough to bolster PayPal up. PayPal has second quarter earnings that are dropping in 6 days next week, Tuesday of next week on August 2nd. And so, of course, we're going to be covering that also. But yeah, PayPal ripping up on that catalyst here. We got the Q up as well. Q is up to 298, testing VWAP now. Boeing testing the VWAP also. Shopify still down pretty big, but it's consolidating some. And yeah, I know we got like IMPP and small cap land with earnings coming out today. What else we got? Coinbase puts printed a ton of money yesterday. Yeah, Kathy Woods came out announcing that they are selling their Coinbase position. Which, to be honest, I don't think it's the right time to sell. Like, if she held Coinbase all the way through this latest crypto drop, then I don't know if it's the right move to sell it now. I mean, you've already ridden the entire drop here, right? At least in my opinion, in terms of like extension, like to be honest, now would be kind of the time where I'm trying to buy Coinbase, if that makes sense, because they're just so extended on the downside now after all this crypto drop. But again, I don't know. Let me know if you agree with Kathy Wood's decision there to sell Coinbase. Again, I think it depends. If she's held her position all the way through this drop, it seems a little silly to sell now instead of just seeing if it bottoms out now, because it's down so much already, just in terms of like extension. But again, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe Coinbase just keeps on dropping. Let me know what you guys think. BIGC. Is that a stock? Nah, it's down. Not really any catalyst. GOVX was another one that ran earlier. Tiva is ripping up. We got BWV at 350s. Yeah, I saw the SEC is investigating Coinbase. Yeah. Yeah, I saw they're investigating Coinbase here. But still, I mean, again, if you're holding it all the way through this, I mean, in the end, again, just in terms of the way I specifically trade, and maybe I'm wrong, but for me personally, I think it's probably better to just kind of, if you've held it all the way through that drop, again, number one, I'm going to preface this with like, look, I have no idea what Coinbase does. Coinbase might just flat out crash. for all I know. Really no idea. But if you're going to hold all the way through this big drop, why sell at the bottom? You know, it just seems like a move where they're kind of selling at the bottom and then it might rebound a little bit. I don't know. I consistently disagree with K Woods trades. I think she buys up overhyped extended stocks on the upside and then sells when they're at the bottoms. And so I just disagree with that. Again, not knocking Kathy Woods. She's obviously knows what she's talking about. And clearly I don't. But I don't know. I just kind of disagree with those. Let me know what you guys think. Favorite sandwich? Ooh. Subway meatball. I don't know. PB&J, peanut butter and jelly. Yeah. The GOAT, as some say. Here's the Q at 298.50s. Shopify popping back up. It's over 30 now. All right, so Q up to 298.50s. Shopify up to 30s. Coinbase stock will keep dropping. Even the crypto community doesn't like them for making the space more centralized and how they can lock your funds on their exchange, not your keys, not your crypto. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I understand DeFi and other stuff like that has a big future in cryptocurrency, but I do think Coinbase is the biggest cryptocurrency brokerage in the world right now. And so with that, you know, okay, so the numbers are out, guys. Let me drop these numbers. We talked about dropping these numbers, and we're going to cover them as we said. The durable good orders are going to be dropping right now, and they're going to be impacting the market also. Here's the SPY. I don't see anything out yet in terms of durable good orders. If you guys know what the numbers were before I do, just let me know. Report them in chat. Still waiting. Hey, what's up, Burrow, my man? Thank you, bro. Appreciate the stopping by. All right, guys, let's wait for the durable. The durable. Man, I can't say durable for some reason, man. Maybe it's like my southern accent. There we go. The wholesale inventories month over month for June came in at 1.9% versus 1.8% expected. So here's the numbers there in terms of wholesale inventories. But man, I can't talk right now. It might be the coffee I'm drinking. I blame this. The durable good orders are coming out right now. We have USA wholesale inventories month over month for June came in at 1.9% versus 1.8% expected. Wholesale inventories are out. Still waiting on the durable good orders. Well, we appreciate it, Walter. Thank you, man. Yeah, we're just waiting for these numbers to come out. Market's reacting negatively to this so far, at least it looks like. Still waiting for the D-good orders. Nothing yet. But yeah, wholesale inventories came in at 1.9 versus 1.8% expected. Market reacting negatively to this. So for you can see the SPY dropping data at 394s. Shopify ripping up some. So look at Shopify all the way back up to 3130s here. But yeah, you can see the Q reacted negatively to this so far. Down to 398.30s. CPI is not today. FOMC is today at 2 p.m. Persian. What's up, dude? I like cheese, man. Cheese is kind of, you know. Y'all give me y'all remind me to give my man Beach Bum a plug at the end of today's stream. Yeah, AREC dropping some catalyst here. Again, SPY. What about the D good orders? Are they out yet? Shopify pulling back a little bit here. Boeing still consolidating around those highs. Yeah, CPI. I think the next CPI for July is scheduled to be released at August 10th for CPI. All right, so market's actually rebounding here. AREC doesn't look like much, unfortunately, for me, brother. Or for you, man. At least I don't know if you're holding it or not. There's the cube. Shopify pulling back some. Here's Google. Microsoft also reacted pretty well to some of their cloud news that happened yesterday during the Google earnings call. What's your favorite stock this morning and why, guys? Let me know. All right, guys, we're at 260.80s, guys. 260.80s. Did my chat just slow down? Oh, I'm in top chat. Somebody say something to. I'm trying to make sure my chat's working. There we go. Apple. What's up, Rambo? Favorite stock this morning? Let me know, guys. Again, we got the wholesale inventories coming out 1.9%. Boeing and IBM. Test. There we go. So it's working. Okay, good. All right, guys, it'll be a big day today, man. BWV. Yeah, BWV has been flying up. Shopify started to bounce a little bit here as well. There's BWV. Pull it back to VWAP now. We'll see if it holds. Meta. Yeah, I guess that's a good question. What do you guys think about Meta? Again, I talked about this argument earlier for Meta, but the argument really is this, okay? So after Meta's last earnings announcement, they basically came out and said that they lost 10 billion in the metaverse last year in 2021. And so you can see that big drop right here on this chart for Meta. There's the big drop for Meta. Again, they announced they lost 10 billion in the metaverse, and that basically crushed Facebook or Meta during that earnings announcement in February, and they basically dropped from 320s all the way down to right now they're sitting at 159 as we speak. It's a 159.15, and so I think the question here is Meta oversold at this point in time? You know, is Facebook and Meta oversold? The real question, if we're looking inside the actual company or business, is number one, is Facebook on the way out? And is Instagram on the way out as well? Like, how relevant are Instagram and Facebook still? I know Facebook is much less relevant than, like, say, Instagram, for example. But how popular is Instagram? And will Instagram be able to prop Meta's business up long term? Is the argument there. Let me know. I tend to think we're pretty extended on the downside for Meta. And so I don't hate like an oversold dip buy. But again, it depends on what happens during earnings. If earnings drop them more, then I might buy up Meta. But it depends on what happens during the earnings catalyst. And so we'll see what happens on that front as well. Okay, good. Appreciate everybody helping me test the comments. For whatever reason, I couldn't see them. Didn't Meta just spend a lot of money on some augmented reality glasses? I think so, Chris. Puts on Coinbase. Yeah, Coinbase is an interesting one to watch. There's Coin at 55. Yeah, so Coinbase is definitely interesting to watch. But again, the question for Meta is how sold is too sold? You know, is it too extended on the downside? Are we primed for a bounce here? Again, Meta's currently at 162. And so are we oversold at this point in time? Are we extended on the downside for Meta? And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Again, Meta's going to be broadly affected by the FOMC meeting today as well. Plus other, you know, the earnings report for Meta is going to be this evening. And again, we're going to be covering it live on stream. Hit that sub button if you want to watch it. We're going to cover the full earnings call for Facebook or Meta. We're going to cover the full earnings reaction this evening as well as Qcom and a bunch of other ones. What do you think Google would do it open? Ooh, I don't know, man. Google, it just depends. Nobody really knows what a stock's going to do at the open. It's more of just kind of a guess. Longer term is a little bit more predictable than kind of the opening reaction. Just a lot of traders romanticize the open, but the open is very random and spontaneous and just not really super predictable. You can draw like a range and then watch for the range just breaking at the open. And so right now at the top of Google, we have like 111. If we look at some support underneath us, we've got maybe like 107.50 here, maybe 109 too, but really we're just kind of looking at the range and then we'll see which way the range breaks, but who knows. Way too oversold. Meta surprise coming. Snap looking for it to continue to drop. Yeah, we're still holding our little baby Snap position and it's treating us well. We were green on it. Meta is trash. The Web3 world will take most of their business. Maybe. And when they had that loss in the metaverse, they also stated they plan on losing. Yeah, man, their guidance was bad too, I guess. No, your high pitch microphone area is way too high. You want me to push it back. Is that better? Is that easier on the ears, guys? Let me know. But yeah, Snapchat is down to 980, so we're holding Snap still. We bought it after the earnings dip. Google up to 108.90s. Let me put some old music back up here. There we go. So yeah, Google under previous closing price or under VWAP here for Google. So we'll see if it actually holds. Meta will hold because of Instagram. Yeah, I think Instagram's going to prop them up mostly. Yeah, all good, Vasil. Sounds good to me. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Here's a few different arguments for Meta. All right, so like I have 2 kids, right? I got a 13-year-old and an 8-year-old. For Christmas, I bought both of them an Oculus Quest 2, or I think they're now called Meta Quests 2, right? And so I bought both of them VR headsets. They might have played those things once or twice, and then they put them down. They never touched them again. I might sell them because we just don't use them. And the problem is there's a few problems behind it. Number one is that they give you headaches. They give you headaches. They make you motion sick. And so, you know, if you can't play it for longer than like 10 or 15 minutes without getting sick, you know, then I don't know what the future looks like in terms of longevity with that type of product. The other thing is like, if I can't get my 8-year-old into that, like, and it's not like, of course I spend money on these things. I want my kids to play them because that's why I bought them for them. And my kids just won't touch them. They just don't play them. And so I think that's very telling of like interest in terms of the metaverse. You know, I'm not saying we don't have the high metaverse interest, but I think at least for the Oculus Quest 2, you know, I'm just not seeing a ton of it. Yeah, I think TikTok took a lot of stuff. All right, I just heard a car alarm go off, guys. I'm gonna look out and make sure it's not mine. All right, so not mine, so we're all good. VR should be experiences like movie theaters, not consumer products. Yeah, I mean, again, I get motion sickness. I've always had. I can't get on a boat if I want to, bro. Like I can't get on a boat if I want to. You know what I mean? So it's like, in terms of use case, I don't know. I like the VR, I like the product, but I just get motion sickness if I try using it, and so I just never do. No, I like the first Xbox, bro. I had the first Xbox. I had NFL Fever, which like I bought the Xbox bundle with NFL Fever, which is like an OG football game for the Xbox. But the first Xbox was fun, man. It had those huge controllers. The controllers were like this big. You know, they were ridiculous. But it was fun, man. I had one. Yeah, I had a Virtual Boy too. I used to have some spaceship game. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, Google started to dip here. Here's the Q. Again, Shopify bouncing up a little bit. We're still watching Redbox. What else we got today? Dave is another big one that moved up over $1 and then kind of dipped below it. BWV bouncing at VWAP, or at least trying to. EJH is trying to as well. We're looking at that one. It's at 45 cents. So EJH is a recent runner. It's up to almost 45 cents. TEVA got all the way up to over $9 a share and then dipped below VWAP. Yeah, the first Halo was fun. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, speaking of Halo, look at this. Cheers to you guys. Yeah. I remember I rented. Here's how long ago this was. I rented the first Halo from Blockbuster. Never returned it. I'm still probably owe Blockbuster like $100 or whatever it was for first Halo, because I remember I rented the first Halo and I just never gave it back to Blockbuster. Shout out to Blockbuster. Meta, the initial spending was buying out companies during that time. They have not made huge investments. Their investments are now generating money. Yeah, for sure. I think some of Facebook's acquisitions were a little bit, rough on them. I know they acquired WhatsApp, and then kind of after they acquired it, Telegram kind of popped off and became the bigger one. You know, in terms of like affiliates, like I'm sponsored by different companies and work as an affiliate for a lot of different companies. And with that, I used to get reached out to on WhatsApp. Like they used to reach out to me on WhatsApp. Now I'm mostly communicating with them through Telegram. And so it kind of shows the trending nature of those type of chat apps. And yeah, I don't think WhatsApp is as big anymore. I think Telegram's the big one now. And so I think in that regard, you know, Facebook is probably struggling in that way from its WhatsApp acquisition. Didn't Facebook acquire WhatsApp? And then WhatsApp kind of lost interest. Yeah, they paid $19 billion. But I mean, WhatsApp is still big though. So I mean, I think in that regard, they're still okay. And now we know why Blockbuster failed. Hey, I did my part, bro. I did my part. Yeah, St. Louis flooded. Oh man, good vibes, happy thoughts, and prayers to go out to them. Hey, we try, Jay. We try. The late fees never stopped. You owe $3,400. I probably do, bro. Honestly, I remember I did that. I did that with Halo, and then I remember I went back with one of my old girlfriends to Blockbuster, and like I tried to rent a movie, and they were like, "Nah." They were like, "You still owe us." Never let me rent a movie again. Probably the last time I rented anything from them. But yeah, Shopify back up there. Again, today we also had Spotify earnings. Spotify up 112s. We got VNet. Yeah, we got AERCA up a little bit. PLAG, BWV. BWV is kind of testing VWAP right now. And so we'll see if it holds those levels. Yeah, Blockbuster was fun, man. They had the candy, got some snow caps, got to, you know, rent a movie. CMRA. The CMRA looks all right. It had that big pop yesterday with big volume, and then it kind of sideways neutral in pre-market. Snap is just kind of low volume in terms of like pre-market action. Shopify starting to push back up. EJH is another one that is at 42s right now. 42s. We got BWVs. We got PZN, Tiva, Redbox. What about TBLT? What happened to them, man? They just haven't done much. The cash opening is where the rookies get it wrong. All right, so yeah. So YouTube Shorts did really well. Also, search outperformance. A lot of people really bullish on Google now too. GOG. And then Microsoft had some good results too to the earnings release yesterday. Shopify starting to move back over 31s. Again, if y'all got anything else, let me know. But T-Mobile also dropped numbers. TMUS is at 139.40s. Look at Shopify start to rebound though. Again, here's the I like Shopify and all, but like here's the thing, right? So Shopify, a large majority of Shopify's business is done with drop shipping. Is that enough to prop them up long term? You know, because if people aren't buying drop shipped products, they're mostly just going to go to Amazon instead to make their purchases. And so what's the argument for Shopify long term? And I'm not criticizing Shopify. I'm genuinely curious about what people's argument for Shopify is long term. And it might run. You know, it looks good right now. It's at 30, almost 32. Holding cash maybe until September. Made a small fortune yesterday, not giving it back. Yeah. Thoughts on Goog? Yeah, it depends on how long they are, show. But I mean, I think Google is one of the strongest companies we have in the market, obviously. They're so diversified right now in business with social media, with search engine optimization, with cloud services, with hardware, with software. I don't know if they have hardware. I think they do, but they definitely have software. And so they're just so diversified. I think they'll be fine long term. But it depends on the time frame of the puts. Short term, we might get some volatility with the FOMC meeting and the earnings that are dropping this week and next week. And so short term, it's kind of, you know, I don't know what's going to happen. But long term, obviously, I think Google's great. Fed meeting is at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shopify stands better than Wish. Well, obviously, you know. What's up, Eddie? Wish is just, I don't know what people are going to seriously and legitimately use Wish for. For most of the part, it's gag gifts and like counterfeit stuff on wish.com, right? Um, yeah, so during the earnings call for Google, they said some things that caused a little bit of pessimism in terms of cloud, which indirectly benefited Microsoft, if I remember correctly, right? And y'all can correct me if I'm wrong there. Yeah, report comes out at 2. Fed doesn't speak until 2:30. Amazon takes 30% of your potential profit. Shop is under 20%. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you're referring to sellers, it's not about, I'm not talking about selling. I know why sellers would prefer to sell in some ways on Shopify, but you know, there's a difference, man. Shopify is mostly drop shippers. It really is. So Shopify is mostly drop shippers. The problem with that is, you know, Shopify is kind of like a gimmicky thing. I think more people make more. I think people make more money selling content on drop shipping than they actually do from drop shipping themselves. I see a lot of people, and I said this earlier, but I see a lot of people, you know, I see a lot of people post these really what they think are big numbers in terms of like gains. They're like, yeah, last year in Shopify drop shipping, we did 100K in sales. And it's like 100K in sales is nothing, man. Like 100K, well, let's say your margins are 10%, right? That means the entire year you made $10,000. You know, that's less than $1,000 a month. You know, that's not enough to justifiably live off of. And so, you know, drop shipping, low margin, very difficult and saturated business, in my opinion. John, do you think the market will trade sideways until the Fed meeting? I think there's a good chance that it does, Stramico. I think there's a good chance that it's mostly sideways. Again, most of the time before these big Fed announcements, the market trends sideways and apprehensively because, again, people are worried. They don't want to take any sizable positions ahead of the meeting in case they're wrong about the directional move afterwards or the results from the Fed rate hike decision. And so people are usually going to trade more apprehensively, more cautiously leading up into these big Fed meetings. It's kind of how it goes. Yeah. And yeah, Shopify missed earnings, but it's kind of bouncing all the way back some. So Shopify is almost all the way back to previous levels. So Shopify is almost green again. Yeah, we'll see. And again, let me know what you guys think here. It'll be a fun week. Again, we got Meta earnings this evening too. And Meta, you know, Meta's just down so much over the last 6 months that, you know, I think there's an argument for the upside now. But obviously, it depends on their results. During the last earnings call and meeting and report, you know, they were a little bit, they didn't have the best outlook in terms of Meta. So, you know, I think that's something we should pay attention to. But I'll put it this way: if Meta dumps after this earnings report, then I might start buying that dip. But again, let me know what you guys think. Yeah, we also had Enphase numbers yesterday as well. I think Enphase had a beat on both fronts, and you can see ENPH is up to 240 almost. Shop 35 puts up 60%. Great call, John. Hey, thank you, Joshua. Yeah, man, I've been pretty, you know, I've been talking about Shopify and how I feel about them for the last few years, really. What did the Amazon CEO say the other day? Something like 75% of the planet is still offline. So yeah, there's a lot of communities, countries that have zero access, whether they know or not. Yeah, 100%. I mean, we have a standard here in the United States that I think a lot of people overestimate the amount of people that use it. But here in the U.S., which is where most of the business is anyway. Any penny stocks moving? Yeah, we got some moving. We got BWV. We've got EJH. We've got Dave. Those are kind of the ones that are moving. We're watching Redbox, Tiva. Depends on what you classify as a penny stock. Here's Tiva. But we got a lot going. Why did Shop just pop back up? I think most likely comments regarding their latest earnings release. Looking at Shopify. All right, so Shopify CEO took to Twitter to comment on the layoffs. Basically, Shopify said that they laid off 10% of their employee base. So Toby Luke, who's the Shopify CEO, wrote a note on Twitter regarding some of the times that they're facing. He had to share news. So let's go ahead and look at what they're saying here on Twitter. Let's go ahead and look at the Shopify guy on Twitter. Yeah, Toby Luke K. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So yeah, so this is what he said. He said, all right, so this is what he said. He said, this was a very hard decision and a very hard message to write. Shopify is full of remarkable people. Today, we have to say farewell to some of them. If you are hiring, contact placement at shopify.com and we will provide you with contact information. Building companies comes with highs and lows. Today, I had to share some sad news to Shopify. If you look at the changes to Shopify's team, he basically said the pandemic shifted online retail sales because of shelter-in-place orders, and demand for Shopify skyrocketed, so that they basically shipped everything they could. But now that we're not in that situation anymore, basically they're having to lay off a lot of people, and so at least he's apologetic about it. But yeah, Shopify had to lay off a bunch of people, and it's back up some. It's back up to basically where it was pre-earnings report. Again, not quite. We're still technically red since the earnings report, but it's almost back up there. Let's see if it holds at some of these whole dollar levels, or maybe like this 31.50 previous high right there. It looks like a reasonable support level, but who knows? Yeah, I did see the SAVA probe regarding some type of criminal probe into them. What info be released with a seal? So yeah, so all right, guys. John explained interest rates. Well, when the Fed raises rates, what they're really trying to do is discourage spending, and in turn, so basically the logic here is that they raise rates in order to discourage spending or loans or credit. And when that happens, in order to remain competitive, people lower rates, right? Eventually, but it takes some time to do so. And so they raise rates in order to eventually lower them, if that makes sense. They raise rates in order to discourage that type of spending. And then in order for them to remain competitive, a lot of them have to lower rates in order to remain competitive, and in turn that consequently lowers inflation. At least that's the argument for raising and lowering rates. Now again, it's not an exact science, and generally speaking it takes some time for that to all go through, but yeah, that's kind of what everybody's referencing here in terms of raising and lowering rates. BWV coming back. Hey, good luck, Eddie. Have a good day. What's up, Christina? Good morning. And again, it kind of goes, it's a very fragile balance here, because it's one of those things where if they don't raise rates enough, people are still going to fear inflation. So if they don't raise rates enough, people are still going to fear inflation. If they raise it too much, then we're going to have too much short-term pain and everybody's going to freak out. And so it's kind of a very fragile balance that they have to do in order to raise or lower rates. A lot of people are really critical of Jay Powell, but in the end, man, he's got a tough job, bro. That's a hard job to do. So we'll see. But yeah, the Fed meeting, the FOMC meeting's at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, the general flow of this meeting is that they'll drop the report at 2. Jay Powell will comment on it at 2:30, and then a few weeks from now we'll have what's called the Fed Minutes Report, which details a little bit more in-depth explanation on why they chose to make that Fed rate decision. It's kind of how it goes, just to kind of give you what really goes on here, what everybody's referencing in terms of the Fed rate hike decision. Hey, what's up, Rick? Yeah, BMV bouncing off VWAP here. A little bit under VWAP, but dropped down to 320 and then bounced up. It's almost at 350 now, so we'll see if that holds. Let's see why politicians always age. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, it's a tough job, bro, especially Jay Powell's job. It's a hard job, man. But again, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, do we want them to raise rates? Long term, yes. It'll discourage it enough to hopefully lower inflation. But again, it's a very fine balancing act here. If it's not raised enough, people are still going to fear inflation. If it's raised too much, then we'll have too much short term pain, and that'll make people freak out. And so it's a balancing act. It really is. And we did the poll today. We said, what rate hike decision do you think will cause a positive reaction in today's FOMC meeting? 48% said 75 basis points, 19% said 50 basis points, 29% said 100 basis points. So it'll be interesting, man. It'll be interesting for sure. All right, guys, BMW or BBW. I keep thinking it's a BMW. All right, guys. So yeah, BWV is at 330s, 340s. So the release is at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, we're gonna filming it live, Stan. So we're gonna film it all live here. So we're gonna cover it all live. We're gonna actually stream everything. So we're gonna cover the reaction at 2 p.m., the Fed meeting at 2:30, or the Jay Powell conference at 2:30, and then all the big earnings today as well. So you can find it all here. Yeah, we'll do all of it. And we'll cover all of it. We'll let you guys watch it here. We'll stream the audio as well as let you guys watch the conference. We'll stream the stock market's reaction to it. Then big earnings are this evening as well with Qcom and Meta also. So yeah, big day today. Again, Shopify now finally pulling back some. All right, so I'm reading a Bill Ackman tweet, and Bill Ackman said, tomorrow Powell is likely to be asked, quote, market pricing implies that the terminal FF rate will peak at 3.4% in 12/22, immediately declining thereafter to 2.7% by year end of 23. What factors would cause the Federal Reserve to immediately lower rates after just raising them? Interestingly, let's hear the entire thread. The more the market believes, and this is all quoting from Bill Ackman here. Again, it's quoting from Bill Ackman. He said, what factors would cause the Fed Reserve to immediately lower rates after just raising them? Interestingly, the more the market believes that the Fed will immediately reverse course, the less effective raising rates will be in moderating inflation. And the more the Fed will have to raise rates, inflation has become embedded in the economy and is front of mind for every American. For the first time, a proposed renewal of an audit contract for one of our companies was presented with an inflation factor to justify the increase in the annual fee. And the biggest risk to the U.S. economy is not the Fed raising rates. It is inflation, which is hurting consumer and business confidence and pricing consumers out of new homes, cars, gas, and meals on the table. The Fed understands this, and therefore I expect Powell will show hawkish resolve on not only maintaining higher rates for longer, but also being open to a terminal rate meaningfully higher than 3.4%. And so basically what Bill Ackman is saying here is that he thinks they might start raising rates even more because essentially, while raising rates might cause a short-term negative reaction, long-term, it's better for the economy and it's better for the U.S. is basically what Bill Ackman just said here. And so again, it kind of goes back to what I said, which is kind of it's a balancing act. Again, if they don't raise rates enough, people are going to short-term fear inflation. If they raise it too much, it's going to cause short-term pain. But sometimes short-term pain is necessary to get past the current economic landscape when you consider how high inflation is with homes, cars, all that good stuff. And so, basically what he's saying is that them raising rates more is a good thing here. And, let me know what you guys think. Again, a lot of people are thinking that a neutral rate raise, which is on par with expectations at 75 basis points, is the best outcome here. But again, a few people think that they could raise rates more and that might ultimately be better for the U.S. economy. And so again, let me know what you guys think. And it's an interesting thing to pay attention to. Yeah, it releases in about 5 hours. Them saying that they couldn't fight inflation and now affecting consumers from the report, adding that 75 basis points after 2 negative inflation reports. Them saying 2 reports is not a recession. Yeah, T-Mobile has seen an increase in delayed payment. I believe phone plans are days are numbered. Yeah, man, I've said it once and I'll say it again. I think there's two vulnerable markets in terms of stocks. I think one of them is phone carriers. I've seen a big trend here in terms of like people don't need to get locked into a ridiculous monthly contract for phones. I got my daughter a phone and her contract is like $40 a month. It does everything that my phone contract does. But instead I'm locked into a contract. And so it's kind of one of those things where I think that phone carriers specifically, while they'll probably still be around, I think they might lose some value over the next 5 to 10 years from people abandoning ship in terms of contracts and instead gravitating to more flat rate, no contract based phone services, where you pay 30, 40, $50 a month. I know they have no contracts where you can pay $60 a month and get unlimited data and usage on your phone. And so that's a lot better than getting locked into a ridiculous contract. The same thing can be said with regards to internet service providers and cable companies. I think a lot of people are leaving cable companies because, me, for instance, I hate Comcast with a passion. I hate DirecTV with a passion. And I think people are going to be leaving them in droves over the next 5 to 10 years because they frankly don't need them anymore. I think with apps like Fubo or YouTube TV or Hulu TV or Sling TV, you don't need cable anymore. You can literally pay 50, 60, $70 a month, get a literal cable service from an app on your smart TV or from an app on your Xbox or whatever it is. And it's far less than Comcast cable services. And it's just as easy and reliable. It has the same amount of content for the most part. And so I think they're on their way out as well. And I don't like them long term either. So again, phone carriers as well as cable companies, I think are over the next 5 to 10 years are going to lose a lot of market space because people are going to go with flat rate, no contract based services. Well, expensive is relative. When you're paying, $400 a month for Comcast cable, then $60 a month is pretty cheap. Stan says, I still think inflation will remain partially stay embedded in the economy as per the dollar losing 99% of its BP since its inception, but ultimately it will crash completely and enter crypto. Maybe. A lot of people think crypto is going to be the future. The last time we heard they added to it, instead of cutting it off and selling the bonds, they only sold something like 20% of the bonds they said that they were going to sell. Yeah. We get hosted Canada for sale. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we get hosted here for it too, to be honest. At least I do. Again, I hate Comcast, man. I recently got fiber optic internet service, and so I'm canceling Comcast this month, and it's going to feel so good to call them and say, I don't need you anymore, sir. Comcast's big problem is the commission structure of their customer service reps. Like, customer service reps should never be in a commission-based structure. You know what I mean? It causes them to be misleading and dishonest with consumers. And you don't need to pay customer service reps, commissions. They need to just pay them what they're worth, which is a decent hourly wage for customer service reps, instead of offering them commissions, because it just makes them lie to people. They'll say, yeah, your bill's going to be $200 a month. And, instead of being honest, which is, hey, we're going to raise your bill after the first month to $300 or $400, they instead just mislead people consistently in order to keep them locked in so they keep earning commissions from it. I just think that's a bad structure. Cable companies would just raise their internet prices to compensate for it. Maybe. But I recently got a flat rate, no contract based internet service. I got fiber optic in my area. And so it's a no contract, flat fee based fiber optic company. And so I don't have to worry about that either. I don't know. I mean, I think they're customer service reps. And so I think you can pay them 15 to $20 an hour and be fine with that. And that should be plenty for them. But again, Comcast's problem is that the reps mislead you. They lie to you basically in order to get you locked in to things because they earn commissions from it. And I think that's a bad structure. That's a conflict of interest. And it causes somebody that you need to be truthful with you, which is customer service reps, to be misleading and dishonest with you. It's just a bad structure. And it all boils down to Comcast being less willing to pay CSR reps what they should be paying, and instead they're living off of commission. It's kind of like a restaurant. Instead of paying servers a flat rate, plus tips. They only pay servers tips, and so it kind of helps them avoid having to pay people. Same thing Comcast is doing with CSR reps. SPY at 394.50s here, so mostly neutral action over the last 30 minutes or so in the market. But yeah, guys, we got about 12 minutes, or no, we got about 22 minutes until the market opens. We got 320 people still here, so hey, we appreciate all you guys. Thank you guys for the support. Yeah, Michael, we're running. I'm running 1,000 up and 1,000 down. My fiber optic company is $90 a month. Is $90 a month, and I run 1,000 up, 1,000 down with a 1 ping, a literal 1 ping. Look, I'm doing a speed test right now. I'll show you guys what my fiber optic is running. But we're running 1 ping, 1,000 up, 1,000 down for $90 a month. And so that's what I'm saying. Like even if they try to raise rates for cable companies, you know, we're gonna have companies like this that move. Yeah, that's been not a bad idea, Pawn. But yeah, BWV still holding. Boeing still pumping up. It's almost at 162. But yeah, if you look at like here is my current. This is what I'm currently getting with the fiber optic company that I just got. I'm not going to show you guys anything else, but this is what I'm currently getting. We're running 938 download, 948 upload with 1 ping, $90 a month. Best move I ever made. And I can write it off too as a business expense. So, you know, PGY moving. Yeah, PGY has been going crazy, man. Look at PGY yesterday, dude. PGY is almost up to $20 a share again. That's obscenely big movement here. And so, what's going on with PGY? Like, what's the justification for this huge move for it? So, short squeeze and social media promotion. I'm not so at any short float for PGY, but PGY is running big. Look at it, it's up to almost $20 a share. We got 20 minutes, guys. 20 minutes. Let's do this. Guru and PGY, yeah, it's all good. Also, y'all do me a favor, go sub to our crypto channel, guys. Go sub to our crypto channel. Here's the link. Again, completely free crypto channel. We're trying to grow and help it hit 1,000 subscribers. And so if you could take the time, open it up in a new tab and check out the crypto channel. PGY is ramping up in pre. It's up over 20 for a split second. It's back down under it now. But look at the volume in pre, getting about 75K shares per minute for PGY. So this is kind of running here. Yeah, honestly, 100 is plenty, Michael. Like 100 is plenty. 100 up and 100 down is certainly good enough to do whatever you need, especially if you're not like streaming like me. Like the biggest thing for me is upload speed, right? So like before with Comcast, I only had a 40 upload speed, literal 40, and I was paying 5 times as much. And so now that I get 1,000 versus 40, it's just easy switch. Yeah, but look at PGY ramp up here, guys. Big movement. Hey, what's up, Cincinnati? Good morning, man. But yeah, y'all go sub to Beginner Crypto. There's PGY up to 20.5s. All right, we're at $20. I guess so. PGY is ramping up here. We got about 18 minutes. Hey, what's up, R? PGY shows 600 million flow, but that's apparently wrong. Yeah, for what I'm showing right now on Benzinga, I see the outstanding shares is 650 mil, but the short flow doesn't look big either, though. But again, this probably isn't the most updated or accurate data here for PGY, and so it is. You know, it is certainly plausible that this is a short squeeze, especially when you look at like the price action here. This is just big, man. This thing was at $10 yesterday. You know, under $10 yesterday morning at 980s, and then it reached almost $22 a share. It's up to 1980s right now. So just ridiculous movement for PGY. Yeah, but I mean, to be honest, Mike, You know, at this point in time, I used to really worried when I would go on like vacation about how I was going to stream. But at this point in time, my mobile hotspot runs better internet than a lot of places I go to. Like a lot of the time, my mobile hotspot is better than the hotel I go to's internet. And so I can literally just stream directly from my mobile hotspot and it's just as good. It's my mobile hotspot for AT&T runs like 40 megabits per second upload and like a 6 or 7 download speed. So it's still good enough to stream. And we streamed a lot from it as well. The Fed announcement is going to be at 2 p.m., Randy. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when they're going to announce the Fed rate hike decision. And then following that, at 2:30, they're going to have the Jerome Powell conference. And again, we're going to stream it all here. AT&T and Verizon, really. Hey, what's up, Anmoth? Yeah, so 2 p.m. Eastern is when all that stuff drops. All right, guys. Also, if you haven't already, become a member of our YouTube. Become a member of our site here. It's completely free to become a member, and we send out a daily newsletter, guys. So we send out a daily newsletter here. Here's the link for that: beginnertrading.net/members. We're getting ready to send our newsletter out now, our latest one. And again, we send one out every day. Kind of a big day here, and so we got hundreds and hundreds of people that are part of this newsletter. And so yeah, become a member here, and we're getting ready to send our next one out. Again, it's all free, so we don't really charge for anything. We kind of give everything away for free. And so if you want to be a part of it, there it is in the chat. PGY is still trying to hold here. It's at 1990. He's trying to hold over VWAP. And again, we're just kind of getting our next newsletter out to send it here. And in our list, we send everybody a watch list. And yeah, we got PGY ramping up. We did have some earnings, and we also kind of drop all the big earnings reports as well. And so we're going to cover that here. Again, we got Boeing. Boeing dropped their numbers here, and so we're going to cover the Boeing drop. We had Boeing here. And again, Boeing posted an EPS miss, but they did have some positive stuff that happened in terms of Boeing. I think they completed one of their test flights. They had free cash flow expectations that were positive as well, I think. And so that'll be interesting. SPY's actually starting to move up here. We got the SPY at 394.70s. So we're watching that move as well. We got Shopify drop some numbers here, and Shopify missed, and so did Spotify. But, Shopify basically rebounded all the way back from it. We got our main watch list for today, Twitter. Didn't Ford drop something today as well? But yeah, we got Meta, we got Shop, Spot, Boeing dropped their numbers as well. Twitter, see, we got PGY ripping up on a short squeeze. That one's interesting as well. We got BWV with a catalyst, EJH with a catalyst, and then Dave with a catalyst as well. All right, you guys, 13 minutes. Dave ripped up, which is a mobile application. But yeah, PGY short squeeze on watch. We're going to cover that as well here. And again, big day today, man. We got Meta earnings coming out too. Shopify, let's see if it holds 31. Boeing's still back over VWAP. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Sebastian. That's tough, dude. But all right, guys. Yeah, 12 minutes, guys. 12 minutes. We're going to trade the opening bell completely live on stream. And so get ready. We're going to trade the opening bell completely live on stream, and we'll see if it goes well. Green or red open at the market today, guys? Do you think the market will end green today leading into this Fed meeting? Bullish or bearish? Let me know. There we go. So yeah, we're going to send our watch list out now. Green before, red after. All right, we're also going to post this on Twitter. I guess we probably should. Let's see what we get. It'll be a fun day, man. It really will. Shopify up there. Let's see if the SPY could break 395's pre-bell here. We got PGY getting rejected essentially at 20 bucks. And so we'll see if it consolidates around VWAP and bounces back up. We trade on TD Ameritrade, think or swim. But yeah, guys, about 10 minutes, a little bit less than 10. PGY pull it back. So, and again, they're saying PGY is a short squeeze. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait, and time will tell to see if it continues to get back over 20. Boeing still moving up. Shopify still trying to curl up as well. Again, a lot of people watching Redbox. Yeah, IMPP did have earnings today. Mostly an oil play. We'll see how they react to everything. Dave, yeah, Dave just didn't hold though. We want to see Dave back over 1. So Dave is at 88 cents right now. So we just sent out our newsletter that we do. But yeah, we want to see Dave hold over 1. And so it's under VWAP now. It's at about 88 cents or so. SPY starting to move up here. The Q, so tech-based, is green as well. So we'll see if the Q can get over 300, and we'll see if the SPY, if they do drop some good numbers today in terms of Fed rate hike decision. And I don't even know what good numbers are going to be considered, because again, it's such a, like I said, man, it's such a balancing act. If they don't raise rates enough, people are going to still fear inflation. If they raise rates too much, then short term we're going to get some pain. But you know, argumentatively, or not argumentatively, but if that happens, we can speculate that the market is going to bounce back a little bit longer term, but short term we might have some pain if they raise rates too much. And so, you know, like Bill Ackman said in his tweet, you know, he thinks that what we really need to do is raise rates, you know, enough. And while that might cause short-term pain, long-term, it's what we need to combat inflation. And again, let me know in chat if you guys agree with that. Yeah, BWV. Penny stock BWV's been running up again. They're back over VWAP now. 350 seems to be a resistance level too, though. So we'll see if we can get and hold over 350. You can see we've tested that level a few times. SPY with a pretty big candle here, big red candle dip down to 394.50s, right around VWAP here. Same thing with the Q, so we're getting some pullbacks in the SPY and Q today. But it's just a big day, and we're going to be streaming all the big stuff that comes out today as well, guys, so just be ready for that. We're going to be streaming the Fed rate hike decision, all that stuff. Make sure not to drink the wrong coffee cup. All right, so SPY and Q pull it back a little bit. Shopify back over 31.50s. Boeing still trying to hold at 161.30s. Expectation to go 3 to 5. You must be referencing. What are you referencing, Max? Mullen? Mullen, I don't know. Mullen is just too choppy and sideways in terms of like the price of the stock. It's too price action sideways. Too much sideways price action here for me to really like trading it, I think. Tiva is up there too. We got EJH. Again, PGY, though, is kind of the big one that everybody's paying attention to in terms of, I think it's a small cap, but some people are saying it's not. Does anybody know what the actual real float is for PGY? Because I'm showing like hundreds of million, but it's moving like it's a low float stock. So I'm showing big variance in terms of what I see for the float for PGY. So if you guys know the real float, let me know. All right, guys, 7 minutes here. 7 minutes, team. Another good question today. Will the market remain sideways leading into the Fed decision? Here's a good question. I think this is something that a lot of people are expecting is, will the market stay sideways leading into this Fed decision? And I don't know. I really don't know here. We'll see. But a lot of the time it does. Good morning, John. I know that you don't make predictions. Anything could happen, but what do you think of Apple? It looks like about 50-50 that people believe it will meet or beat earnings. I don't know. As always, I really don't know for Apple. I think that I like Apple as a company for sure long term. I think they'll be fine long term, but short term with regards to their earnings announcement, I'm just not sure. It's just too hard to predict what they're going to show for earnings. Now, we can react to it, and we will react to it. We'll stream the earnings as we do. But, you know, what their earnings are going to be, I really have no idea, brother. You know me, man. I just try to be honest with people instead of, you know what I mean? Like, you get a lot of people that they make 4 or 5 or 6 calls, and then when one of those calls works, then they really harp on that one call, and then they kind of ignore the other 5 or 6 that didn't do what they expected. And the reality of it is nobody really knows what stocks are going to do in earnings, and I'm just going to react to it, you know. All right, guys, 6 minutes, 6 minutes. All right, let's do this, guys. 395s for the SPY. Apple will most likely miss earnings by a small margin. Maybe. What do you guys think, chat? Apple, how do you think Apple's going to do for earnings? Shopify still trying to hold up there. What about Redbox today? I know a lot of people have been watching Redbox. Redbox at 6. Again, Dave with a big rip. Mark Cuban backed. Float of 340 to 400 million. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm showing today too. Redbox, I don't know. Redbox is all about when volume shows up, and until then, it's just going to be sideways, most likely. It's at 6. Let's see if $6 holds. 5 minutes, guys. AMC too. AMC's at 14s now, so AMC looking a little weak today. Here's the Q itself. There's 299s. Still watching Shopify and Boeing. Shopify is kind of volatile, so we're going to see what happens on that front too. All right, guys, let's get ready. All right, guys. So SPY dipping down pre-bell, 4 minutes, guys. So the SPY is actually coming back down some. Let's see if we hold the VWAP here. Shopify still trying. PGY, another big one that a lot of people are going to be paying attention to. Listen, guys, I'm going to make this a little bit larger here so you guys can see it a little bit more clearly. There we go. That's better. Anybody placing puts on Apple? No, I don't really like betting on earnings pre. I have before, but I don't really like it. It's usually, it's just a gamble. It's kind of a coin flip, you know. Now, if you're going to buy something and just kind of, you know, be okay with losing whatever you're paying on an option, then that's fine, I think. But yeah, I try not to make any big predictions. I don't know, man. I think raising rates more is not going to be a bad thing long term. You know, short term maybe, but long term, I don't know. All right, guys, 3 minutes, 3 minutes. Let's do this. Software names on my watch list this morning. Microsoft. Yeah, Microsoft would be interesting. Same thing with Google here. You know, here's Google. Microsoft would definitely be interesting. It's at 110, 19s. So 110, 19s, 110, 10. So Google holding. Shopify still trying to get back up though. So let's see if this props up the market. There's PGY starting to rip towards 20 again. The SPY is testing 394s, 394.40s. All right, guys, less than 2 minutes. Good luck today. All right, guys. So here's the opening bell pretty soon in about a minute, guys. A minute. Green or red today, guys? Let me know. Bullish or bearish on the Fed interest rate decision? Yeah, PGY is crazy. I mean, I'm certainly not telling people to buy it. I really have no idea. My wife is waiting for the release of the iPhone 14. Yeah, I'm kind of an Android guy. I got this this Z Fold phone that opens up and does all this stuff too. Like, you know, so I'm an Android guy. You know, my wife has iPhone, and so does my daughter, but I'm more of an Android person. Yeah, just be careful with PGY. There's just a lot of risk here, guys. There's just a lot of risk with it. You know, I'm certainly not recommending that anybody buy it or anything like that. 20 seconds, guys. 20 seconds. SPY popping up a little bit pre-bell. We got Google, PGY, and Boeing on our list right now. Anything else you guys want me to look at, let me know. Yeah, charts are fun on that, Aaron, for sure. Rdbx to 8 on the bell, maybe. Yeah, we're a household divided, Cal. You know it, brother. All right, there's the opening bell, guys. We got the SPY up to 394s, 394.70 or so. Watching Google. Here's the SPY popping up a little bit post bell here. So we're gonna make this chart a little bit bigger. Look, here's the SPY right here. It's at 394.70 or so. Google making a little bit of a move up. We're also watching like Microsoft, Rdbx, Robinhood popped up a little bit. It's at 830s. Rdbx dumped at the opening bell. And so yeah, we got some big reactions, and Snapchat's pushing back up some. Put the regular scans up. I look at Google up to 110s. All right, 110.40s, 110.50s. Boeing is up to 162s. We got Boeing up there to 161s. Again, so far, the market itself is sideways. We got the first 2 minutes really, or the first minute or so of market activity is mostly sideways for the SPY, slightly green. Google was up some since the opening bell. We got PGY starting to reel up, and Rdbx dipped post-bell. Snapchat's starting to push up some too. So Snapchat's starting to reel up. Google coming back down some here. Looking at Microsoft too. Microsoft is dumping pretty big. You know, it was a little extended on the upside potentially there. But we're watching the SPY. There's Google. We're going to let things play out a little bit first before we trade some today, I think. Got to let things play out some. There's Google breaking lows here, so that might impact everything else too. So there's Google dropping. BWV. Yeah, BWV just broke highs too. If you're looking at penny plays, so did PGY. Here's BWV. It's up to 380s. Making some moves here today. Microsoft bouncing up a little bit. Market's looking kind of weak now. We are riding the market down some here. We are in the micro E-mini as we speak. Wait, where'd it go? Where's my charts? We're in the micro E-mini right now. All right, we just got out. I don't know why my chart's acting like this here. Where did my charts go? Well, anyways. Strange, man. Where's active trader? I guess we'll have to use the top charts. But yeah, here is, what was it? EJH? No, not EJH. It was BWV up to 380s. Here's the SPY on the bottom here. Boeing kind of breaking down. Look at PGY rip up here. So we bought a little bit of the micro E-mini. We are green on this trade today. And again, this is the futures market, and you can trade this with no PDT rule as well. So big bounce back here for the SPY. It depends on what you guys think the market's going to do here. But we're sideways. But we made $11 on the micro E-mini just now. Market looks like it's coming back. So we'll look if we get a red to green move kind of pattern. Microsoft starting to pull green on the day here. Here's Microsoft. Look at Microsoft on the bottom right. Over 260s. Over 260s. Big upwick here. We're going to sell into that. We tried to. We just didn't get filled here. Now we get a worse fill, unfortunately. Mostly because, for whatever reason, let me push this back some. There we go. Now I can actually see it. All right, we're in one contract here. Watching to see what the SPY does. Starting to break lows. We're going to add to that here. We are in two contracts now with the micro. See if we can come down to break lows. But it might be a choppy day. Again, leading up into the Fed interest rate decision. Kind of sitting here. Seeing if we get a breakdown in the micro. Microsoft just popped up. I think that's going to drag the market up too some here. I need another window here. I can't see my actual charts, unfortunately. So we're going to cut this. I can't see my actual chart or price here. So I don't know what is up with TOS today. But for whatever reason, how do I get this back? Strange, man. My active trader just disappeared. Whatever. Microsoft, we're getting some move ups now. There's the micro. Look at Boeing. Microsoft is really what's dragging the market up. So there's Boeing. But yeah, Microsoft is kind of what's dragging the market up here. But SPY is choppy, so we're going to wait for that range to break. But look at Microsoft rip here. Microsoft up to 263s right now. 263s. GOVX. The futures has no PDT rule, George. So you can check out, like, if you want to try to trade futures, you can check out something like maybe like Top Step. Top Step funds traders and futures. And so if you want to check them out, here's the link. Great way to help support the channel. And there's the link right there. Top Step, they'll give you a demo. If you can hit their target while following their demo, they'll fund you between 50 up to over 100K with a 90% split. They're regulated, located in the US, and they pay out millions, fund thousands of traders a year. It's kind of a funded account program. But yeah, the futures market has no PDT rule, and you can trade basically the SPY in the futures market with no PDT rule. Look at Microsoft ramp, though. So, like, just to give you an example of this, here is the micro E-mini on TOS. And so, you know, you can see we're down 750 on this. And I got to make this a little bit bigger. There we go. That's better. There we go. That's nice. Okay. So we're getting a little dip here. And so you can see we're kind of looking at the SPY. We don't even have to look at the E-mini. But the SPY looks kind of strong. But again, we're getting some sideways action. I'm going to go ahead and buy one contract here. And again, there's no PDT rule here. And I can just look at this price action. All right, there we go. SPY testing highs of the day here. We'll see if it holds up there. We're about break even on this trade, you can see. And we're really looking at this. I don't even have to look at this. I could literally just put the buttons up here if I want to. And we're watching this right here. Market's moving up to test highs here. Microsoft is kind of the strong one that I think is dragging this up too. But again, we're getting a choppy day. Not really to be, not really unexpected considering, you know, we got the Fed meeting today. Yeah, PGY halted on the downside, which is usually not a good thing. Yeah, we're just going to cut this. There's too much rejection here coming in, so we're just going to wait. Lost about 10 bucks, but we'll come back to it. Choppy day, as we kind of expected. You can even see the letters here where the market remained sideways leading into the Fed decision. So we're not going to take any huge sizable positions or anything like that. We're just going to kind of wait for the market to do something. You know? If you poke too hard at markets when it's like this, then you're bound to lose. So yeah, we're just going to chill. Boeing bouncing back up, but yeah, PGY is halted. Microsoft has been what's kind of been propping the market up, I think, here. There we go. So we just made about 10 bucks from the micro E-mini just now, scalping this the bounce back we got on the market. I want to see the market break 395s right here. So it's starting to move up. Again, here's the micro. We could actually buy the pullback if we want here. Which it depends on what you think Microsoft is going to do. We'll go ahead and buy this. All right, we're in one contract now, and you can see the futures market is contract based. Okay, we'll go ahead and cut that. Just made a little $5 there for the micro. But yeah, the futures market's really how a lot of people are going to get around the PDT room. Yeah, what's Google at? Microsoft breaking highs. That might influence the rest of the market too, or at least it's trying to here. You can see Microsoft on this right side. PGY will resume at 41, which is in about 2 minutes for PGY. So we'll come back to that one. Let's look at Google here. Google up to 110. So Google probably helping the market rise up some too. All right, we got into this one contract again. Again, let's see what Google does at the top here. There we go. Nice little rip. We're going to go ahead and sell. Okay, so we got ourselves back to closer to break even in the futures market. Rdbx. Oh, man, Melissa, you got stuck in a halt. What to do? It could shoot right back up, or I could sell fast. Generally speaking, getting halted on the downside is not a good thing, Melissa. You know, so just be careful. I'm not telling you what to do. I have no idea what PGY is going to do, but generally speaking, getting stuck in a downward halt is usually not a good sign. Not a good thing. You know. Sorry to hear it. But it might come back. I mean, you never know. It could come back. You know, we really don't know. But Google started to test these highs here. That might drag the market back up some too. And there goes the SPY breaking highs. Microsoft just broke highs as well. So large caps are kind of pushing up today. Look at the SPY with the huge rip on the upside. We'll look to capitalize on about maybe buying a pullback into this. All right, so we got this big rip in the SPY. Again, a new candle opens up in about 5 seconds. And so we're going to look to buy into that dip and see if Google propels higher as well. If we get a dip, which we might not, it might just keep on moving up. Here's Microsoft dipping down some, so maybe that might cause a short-term drop. All right, market looks like it's not going to dip. It looks like it's just going to keep on running. And look, there goes the momentum shooting up too. Hey, what's up, Daniel? Hey, nice, Melissa. All right, getting some upward action. Microsoft has one little red candle. SPY, Google still ramping up. BMV is making moves, it looks like, too. BWV is still testing $4 here. Yeah, BBL is making some moves. All right, here goes the SPY dip. All right, we're going to buy a short-term pullback of that. There's the dip. Kind of a sizable dip. We'll see if we can add one more contract to this and see if we bounce off of that 395 level. 2 contracts now. Let's see if the SPY bounces is what we're essentially looking for here. We're about break even in the trade as we speak. It will take profit quickly if it goes in my direction, but Google trying to get back up there too. SPY trying to bounce back. There's Microsoft up there also. We're about break even in this trade. 2 contracts. So you can see every tick moves at $2.50 per share. Trying to be patient, kind of trading small right now, but try to give the SPY time to bounce. We're gonna let it test 395s, but I think we're just gonna cut it. So about $40 down, and we're gonna wait until we get some more favorability. Google looks okay though, and we'll see if the SPY ends up bouncing up. What did Boeing end up doing? Boeing sideways too. SPY might bounce here. There goes Boeing, start to push up. Let's see if Google does too. All right, there goes Boeing, start to make a move back up. BWV finally pulling back pretty sizably here. PGY, is it resumed yet? It should be resumed, right? What did it do? All right, so PGY gapped up down from the halt, which is kind of what it happens. All right, so we just made about $10 again from the micro E-mini. Watching the SPY bounce back up some. BA is up there testing highs. PGY trying to bounce back some here. All right, scalping a little bit more. We're only down about 20 bucks today, so not too heavily. Kind of trying to let the market play out some. Shop is moving. So the numbers are coming out at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Eric, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, Melissa, unfortunately, it doesn't matter what the company does in moves like this. It really doesn't. This is a short squeeze and social media pump. And so regardless of the company's fundamentals, that doesn't really matter too much. I think a lot of the time psychologically, you kind of want to justify holding a position instead of cutting losses. But one of the best skills you can have in trading is your ability to cut losses. And I'm not telling you what to do. I have no idea what PGY is going to do. Just be careful. SPY looks like it kind of wants to break the highs of the day here. All right, SPY is trying to break highs. There it goes. Making a move up. Nice. SPY breaking highs. There we go. Cool. All right, so we're scalping. We just scalped a little bit more from the E-mini. And so we'll show you. Boeing started to test highs as well. This might influence everything else. Here's the micro E-mini. And so you can see we're kind of scalping this today mostly. Well, I know, but Melissa, I guess what I'm trying to say is the halts that are like that are not just those halts. Like, I've traded the market every day for 5 years. Halts like that happen with all different niches and sectors of stocks, to be honest. I see it happen constantly. So it's not about the location. It's not about the country. It really isn't. I've seen it happen from dry ships, from a lot of companies, from all different parts of the world. And so, you know, it just doesn't really have much to do with the country they're in, I think. All right, so here's micro E-mini pulling back some. But like I said, it's all good. Maybe you might be right. Maybe it comes back. You know what I mean? It's all love here, you know. All right, so we're buying this dip in the SPY here, but kind of going back and forth, chopping around a little bit now. All right, so we got a nice down wick in the market here. Let's see if it pumps back up. There we go. We're green on this one. There we go. Nice. I just made another 10 bucks there on that trade. Slowly edging away to close to a green day. We're down like 10 bucks, so we're kind of getting back up there. Riding some of this market momentum. As sideways as it is, it's slightly green, and so we've been kind of piggybacking off of that momentum here. You can see on the SPY. Do you expect an aggressive pump just before the numbers are released, like the last 12th? I don't know. There's the SPY popping up big. So SPY just broke highs. All right, guys. So a big little dip, a big little dip, a big dip after the break of the highs here for the SPY. Again, we're gonna let it consolidate though right now. Right now, Microsoft is still towards those highs. If we look at like Google here or Shopify, for instance, Shopify ramped up after the close, so Shopify is technically green on the day now, which is surprising. Considering their layoff announcement, you know, it is kind of surprising, but hey, they're green on the day now. Let me know what you guys are watching. Hit that sub button. Again, everything we do here is free. Somebody got mad at me for saying earlier, so we're going to say it about as many times as we can here. Hit that sub button, hit the notification bell. We certainly appreciate all the support. Everything we drop is free. And so, yeah, we better believe we make money from this also, guys. Some guy was like, why do you keep saying that? You know you make money. And it's like, of course we make money here. Cheers to you. But show support for free content, guys. Regardless of if we're making money or not, we're putting everything out there for free. So hit that sub button, guys. NVIDIA running up. Little big league baseball movie. GOAT baseball movie, some say. But anyways, market's kind of chopping sideways. PGY consolidating here. Shopify starting to move up. Hey, thank you, Eric, my man. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. So yeah, guys, we're waiting here. We're going to see if we get a little dip that we can buy into in the SPY or in the E-mini, I guess. All right, so we're in one contract now. See if we can pop up quickly. We'll take profit fast if we do. We're towards the highs. Come on, SPY. Let's break highs again. About break even on this trade. Watching the SPY to see if we can make moves. There we go. A little bit better. Trying to be patient here with the SPY. Under 350s, we'll cut this and then wait. See if we can get over 395.60s or so. We just want to see it hold at 395.50, really. Yeah, we're going to cut it under my level, so we're going to get out pretty close to break even there, which is nice. And just wait. What is Boeing doing here? Yeah, that's right, Rick. Hey, nice, James. F-Cell? Yeah, I got you, man. There's Shopify on the bottom right. Here's F-Cell. F-Cell at 334s. SPY consolidating now. As we start to ramp up for the SPY here, Boeing starting to move up some. PGY starting to curl up some as well here. Watching Microsoft and a lot of other things too. Microsoft starting to push back a little bit. Boeing is up too. F-Cell's moving, but the volume's pretty light. Here's a Microsoft dip. That might be influencing everything too. We're kind of trading small today though, guys, because frankly, we're just not getting a lot of like big action in the market. Market's slightly green today. Our market's pretty green, but again, we're just kind of hanging out waiting. Waiting for something to happen. SPY testing 395.50s. I think that's kind of a big resistance level for the SPY short term. Boeing starting to creep back up. There's 50. Trying to get over it now. Sideways activity in the SPY, so just kind of waiting for that range to break now. Yeah, just be careful, guys. Like I said, this sideways action a lot of time will eat traders' accounts, and so just be careful. You know, maybe we'll get some good moves, but sideways action is sideways action, so y'all be careful. I mean, we're trending okay over a specific level in the SPY, but We'll see if it actually holds these levels, which is a bigger if, you know. Yeah, we got the big Fed meeting here. I'm not getting any broad reactions. I see Microsoft start to dip down. Here's Google. So Google's bouncing up a little bit. That might be impacting the market too. Boeing is completely sideways. What did Redbox do today? Redbox is down now. BWV is down. PGY is kind of sideways. Completely sideways action right now in the markets, unfortunately, guys. So we're just kind of sitting back waiting. Oh, my man. Hey, thank you, Justin, because you help me make money every day with free content. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate you, brother. I didn't even see that, man. So, hey, thank you, Justin. A shout out to you, brother, for that $5, man. I truly appreciate it. Thank you, my boy. I appreciate that, dude. Tide is running up. Tide is running up probably on the BBIG spinoff catalyst, but let me see. Tide is ramping up. Let me look at what the reasoning for this is. Tide running up big. All right, market's starting to push back up some. Let's see if it actually holds these gains, though, I guess is the question. Yeah, market's kind of sideways, choppy. Not really taking any trades right now. It's just too boring. There's not much. There's just not enough going on right now, unfortunately. Microsoft is kind of okay. Tide is ripping up, so you can see Tide. PGY ripped up too. They dropped some forms, PDF filings. I don't see what they mean, but you know, I'm sure traders are interpreting them bearish or bullish like because of the movement here. But yeah, thank you. Microsoft consolidating right at VWAP here. So I think the question is, does it hold VWAP? And how is that going to influence everything? Tide dipping down now, finally. Market trying to reel up. Not enough for me to really get super hyped about this yet. All right, choppy activity in the SPY again. Kind of not really doing anything that looks good. Google pulling back some now too, so kind of just sitting back here waiting. Tide is up. I'm sure somebody's correcting me on what's going on with Tide. AMD moving. History repeating itself, bullish ahead of the meeting. Yeah, here's NVIDIA. Yeah, market is slightly green, but it's not much green. I mean, the pre-market session was very green for the market. I mean, but like today's post-bell trading is kind of slow. It looks good though. I do like NVIDIA as a company. Yeah, market's flushing down. Just not really enough action to really say what we like today, you know. All right, guys, so it's 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. market time, I guess we should say. NVIDIA popping up a little bit. We got Tide starting to ramp, though. It's at 161s, 162s. All right, guys, NVIDIA started to ramp up, and that's probably benefiting the whole market here, I would say. All right, guys, so market's still consolidating sideways. There we go. Market pulling back some. All right, we're at 359, bouncing up a little bit on the SPY as we speak. BBIG still on some Tide. Got free shares of Tide from merger. Shopify, done green. Hey, $67 is good, George. Also, guys, as support, we're going to go ahead and put it on sub-only mode for the rest of the stream. And so, yeah, we're going to put it on sub-only mode. Again, everything we do here is free. We don't charge a penny for anything. Everything we put out there is completely free. And so if you want to help support your boy here, hit that subscribe button. We are going to be streaming the entire earnings call today. We're going to be streaming the entire big earnings calls this evening, plus the Fed meeting, plus the Fed reaction, plus the Jerome Powell meeting. We're going to stream it all. You'll be able to watch and hear it all live, plus watch the stock market reaction, plus see the chat's reaction to it. And so if you haven't already, hit the sub button, hit the notification bell. We certainly appreciate you. And if you are subbed, let us know in chat. Let your support be known by announcing yourself in the chat and showing that you really are subscribed, that you're not just kind of jumping on the stream without subscribing. Hey, hit that sub button, guys. Today we got Meta earnings. Thank you, Justin. We appreciate your $5, bro. I really do, man. Thank you, dude. But yeah, today we got Meta earnings. We got the FOMC meeting later on. We got Qcom earnings as well. NVIDIA dipping down some. Look at Tide Rip. It's at 170s. Also looking at PGY, which got a lot of people talking. Hey, thank you, Hammer. We appreciate you, man. Another way to help support the channel, guys, is check out Top Step. We posted it a little bit earlier, but the futures market is one of the easier ways to get around the PDT rule. There's no PDT rule in futures. You can day trade and short as much as you want. You get instant settlement if you have a margin account with futures, and you can short or go long. And if you look at like the SPY and then you look at the E-mini, for instance, you can trade this right side here with no PDT rule, and you can see it's the same price action. It does the exact same thing as this. And you can trade this right side in the futures market with no PDT rule. And Top Step funds traders in futures. And so they give you a demo. If you can hit their target on that demo while following their rules and conditions, and they'll fund you between 50 up to over 100K. And so, yeah, check it out. There's the link. Check out Top Step. You get 20% off if you use my link. Again, it's a lot cheaper. It is a funded account program. So they're going to give you a demo or a paper account. And if you can hit their target on that demo or paper while following their rules and conditions, they'll fund you between 50 up to over 100K with a 90% split. A lot of people don't realize the futures market gets you around the PDT rule. And if you like trading large cap stocks, the SPY does basically the same thing as most large caps. And you can trade it essentially in the futures market with no PDT rule. And Top Step's a cheap way to get involved. Even if you're new to the futures market, it's going to be a lot cheaper for Top Step to pay the 160 minus 20% and try them out and try to get funded and have some pressure on you to succeed, but not the full extent of pressure that you're going to get trading live. But also, you know, it's a lot cheaper as well. Instead of putting up 5 or 10K yourself, you can try it out for $160 in futures. And yeah, you can see the link right there. Yeah, there is no PDT rule on a cash account. That's another way to get around the PDT rule as well, is use a cash account. The other thing, though, is that with a cash account, you do have what's called the T2 rule, which means that you got to wait 2 days after your funds settle. After you take a trade, to put it this way, if you buy 1,000 shares of a $1 stock and spend $1,000 in equity, with a cash account, you got to wait 2 days to get that $1,000 credited back into your account. And so if you have a cash account, the way you get around the PDT rule as well is you split it and you divide your amount by 2, right? You got 5K. You basically got $2,500 a day to trade with. You can't short. You can only go long, and you got $2,500 a day if you have a 5K account. So you get $2,500 one day, $2,500 the next, and then the next day your funds from the first day are settled. And so you kind of rinse and repeat that method over and over and over again. Nice. 4 p.m. is when the earnings are released, Melissa. The calls are going to be at 5 p.m., I believe. Hey, John, can you do a tech time on reading candles? Sure. So, like, reading candlesticks is simple. You look for wicks. Wicks are indicative of strength or weakness. And I'll show you, what we mean by that. Usually, wicks are indicative of strength or weakness. Now, it's not an exact science, but you can kind of see, like, a doji candle like this means indecision. Like whenever it has a top wick, a big top wick and a big bottom wick, that means indecision. That means that, traders aren't really in control in any specific direction. You get these big up wicks here. Again, up wicks are indicative of weakness, which means that the candlestick went all the way back up and then rejected fast enough to cause these up wicks. Again, it's indicative of weakness. And you can see after we have these big up wicks, we get some drops. Again, once we get a doji candle, so we get some indecision, that's kind of signaling that, hey, the trend might be reversing because we got some indecision here. Now, again, it's not a perfect science because you can see the next few, we had some big up wicks and we moved up still. But once we start bottoming out over VWAP, and I use VWAP as a lot of the time, down wick, down wick, down wick, then that can be indicative that we're going to get some upward price action. And so you're kind of using those. A lot of traders look for like hammer style candles, right, to influence sentiment, right? So if we zoom in here, you can see like a big up wick, upside down hammer looking candle, and then we got some drops short term, as in reading candle wicks, guys, is a very short term price action strategy. It's not exact, but even on PGY, here's a good example. Even on PGY here, right? What happens? We got a down wick, and then we immediately move up. Once we get this big up wick here, what happens is we get a lot of pressure on the downside coming in. And so you can kind of judge short-term price action through candle wicks. And that's what a lot of traders do. And it can be valuable, but you can't be just analyzing wicks. Like if you're just using wicks, you're going to get faked out a ton. you got to use a mix of like analyzing candlestick price action, judging where the VWAP is relative to the current trend of the stock, judging the volume, especially in penny stocks, as well as the overall trend. And then when you add candlesticks to the mix, it gives you like a little bit more of an edge probability wise. But again, guys, like I said, hit that sub button if you haven't already. We certainly appreciate it. But yeah, it's been so sideways, guys, that you know, we're not going to push too hard today. It's just unnecessary. Gosh, man, bots are everywhere. I got to make it so that there's no comments on my videos because there's just so many bots. Market's starting to reverse, but again, sideways choppy market. As you can read at the bottom, will the market remain sideways leading into the Fed decision? A lot of people think that it will. Walmart flying up. Sent you an email, really important. Okay. Give me a second. If you're trying to get me to click anything, I ain't doing it, bro. Too many scams. Yeah, I don't see an email, man. Depends on what email you send it to. Oh, wait. If you're Matt... All right, so NVIDIA's still holding. SPY's still choppy and sideways. Oh, so you sent me an email to my beginnertrading.net email. I got you. Let me log into that. But yeah, because we've had such sideways action, like I said, I'm just kind of chilling trading. I'm not taking too big of a position here. Yeah, no, I see that, Adam. Yeah, I see that. And it's not really, you know, I'll have to update that with Send in Blue. But to be honest, I'll just say that's not my real address. I don't know how to change it though. I don't know. They should let some type of settings. If anybody knows how to change that with Sending Blue, let me know. But yeah, I'll have to figure out what's Send in Blue. Again, it's not my real address, so you know, doesn't really matter too much. But PGY still consolidating, Tide still trying, but Nvidia just broke highs. That might drag the rest of the market up. Oh no, I appreciate it, Adam. Thank you, brother. We're slightly red on the day, not huge though. We kind of slowed down after what the market has been. You know, if you look at the SPY itself, the market's just kind of sideways. We've slowed down a lot of trading in the last few weeks, a lot of day trading at least. Swing trading is kind of what we've been doing a little bit more. But the market's just been too consolidation like to really take any big swings in most. Walmart ramping up. I'm trading on Thinkorswim, Cliff. I don't really recommend anything. You know, it's all personal preference there. Can you make much money running a YouTube channel? Like, what is the revenue stream? Oh yeah, we make we make some good money. Dave. It's trying to make pops. We'll see. But again, I mean, regardless of what we're making each individual day, like we're just a resourcing community, you know, and it's not just day trading. We swing trade, invest, all that good stuff. And so BBIG, yeah, I see Tide moving up. Look at PGY start to finally creep back up there. Trying to figure out a way. There's got to be some type of... There we go. So we updated everything. There we go. So we updated it. I appreciate you letting me know, Adam. We updated it. That address wasn't even the right address. I think it was just kind of auto-filled. Top 3 of the world? Hey. Walmart breaking highs, though. Look at that Walmart run. Yeah, up to 130s. 130s. I started trading about 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. Coin locking in 2-3 over 56. Up to 56. What's Bitcoin doing? Yeah, look at Coinbase making ramps. I'm telling you, bro, Kathy Wood seems to be selling at the wrong time, bro. If I'm analyzing this here, like if you're going to hold Coinbase all the way through this massive drop that it's taken over the last 6 months or so, or over the last really like few months here, if you're going to hold Coinbase all the way through that, why in the world would you sell it around the bottom? Like it's basically buying highs and selling around lows. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand that trading like reasoning. To be completely honest, like I understand it's been a tough market to make money in, but like, listen, in my opinion, if you're going to hold Coinbase all the way down to the 50s or 40s, why would you sell it now? Like you've already rode the entire move down. Like, what's the purpose of selling now? Wouldn't you at least just say, okay, well, we're down so much already. You know, like, sure, maybe if it breaks lows again, you sell, or you know, you set a specific percentage underneath the 52-week low or something like that. But it just seems to me like if you're going to hold it all the way through this crash, why would you sell it at the bottom? You know, like, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you guys think. It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense, man. Buying up stocks when they're super hyped up and super extended on the upside, and then waiting for them to drop really big and then selling them, you know, I just don't know. I mean, it hasn't really rebounded anything major yet, but it just doesn't seem to be good short-term trading, you know. But what do I know? Shop. Shop up to 34.50s. Yeah, looks good. Tide dipping down a little. We got PGY trying to battle Shopify up there now too. I don't hate her. I don't hate anybody really. You know, hate's a strong word. I don't dislike her. I just disagree with some of the trades she's getting involved with. I just think that, you know, to be honest, like I said, buying up stocks when they're the most hyped up around highs and then selling them when they drop, like holding them all the way through these big drops and then selling them when they've bottomed out. Just, I don't understand it. And maybe I'm wrong, and maybe Coinbase keeps on dropping. I really don't know. I could very easily be wrong, but it just doesn't seem to be logical. It's like, okay, if you're going to hold all the way through the big massive drops, why sell now? It's like, what's the point of holding through that drop then? Because I think when you look at Coinbase and you look at it long term, it's been sideways. Like Coinbase has been mostly sideways over the last 2-3 months. And so it's like, why would you sell it in a sideways consolidation trend? I guess maybe the justification for it is like the last 3 days we've taken some big drops in Coinbase. But in terms of like a long-term trend, we're still pretty rectangular sideways here. Like, look at the sideways trend. And so sure, if we break lows, maybe. But like, it just seems like if you're going to hold it through this entire move, why would you sell it when it's choppy and sideways? Wouldn't you just see if it bottoms out? Again, maybe I'm wrong, Shopify. Yeah, Shopify ripping up, man. Who knew Shopify would go green after laying off 1,000 employees? Yeah, Walmart popping, ramping up. Now, why do you think Walmart's ramping up here, guys? I don't see any really new catalysts. I see analysts raising price targets on Walmart. Let's see who else. Yeah, so Deutsche cut price target for Walmart. But Walmart's flying up here, kind of influencing the market too. BBIG going to go all-time highs in the coming weeks? Yeah, I mean, no offense, but I seriously doubt that happens. Maybe it might. I don't know. I just think there's a lot of emotions wrapped up in the BBIG right now because, frankly, when we were at 12s, everybody told people that it was basically, going to hit 100 or 500 or whatever it was, and then it ended up dropping under $1 to 76 cents. And I think in this whole move, there's just a lot of emotion wrapped up in it. A lot of people lost big money and refused to cut losses, and so now they're just really, really hoping that it comes back. And so I question whether these price targets are hope or genuine analyzations of the movement. And again, no offense to anybody here. I appreciate you guys. We can disagree on a stock, and it's all love here. We really can. It doesn't matter too much. We can always disagree. It's all good. I just don't know if I like BBIG anymore. I think BBIG has just dropped massively. And so anyways, guys, we appreciate everybody being here. Again, check out Benzinga if you want a great tool to kind of figure out what's moving in the market. You can try Benzinga out completely free for 2 weeks without even needing a CC number. Here's the link. You can check them out. There's the Benzinga link. Yeah, Dustin, I'm definitely not telling you should, Dustin. I'm certainly not telling you should cut losses on BBIG. I really don't know, man. Again, hey, my man Bulldog, thank you, brother. Y'all check out Bulldog Trading's channel for sure. But yeah, I'm really not. But yeah, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. But yeah, I'm not telling you should cut losses on BBIG. I really don't know. Like I said, but 52-week high is at 1250. It just seems, I don't know. We'll see. Good luck. Like I said, I hope you guys make money. I really do. I have no issue with any BBIG trader. I'm skeptical of it because of the sensationalist, the sensationalized nature of promotion I've seen with this one lately. But again, I might be wrong. Maybe I don't know enough about it. That's certainly possible for sure. And again, let me know if you guys got an argument for BBIG. Let me know. Let me know. I sent you another email. I don't see it. BBIG at 88 cents. All right, guys. Yeah, yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I appreciate it, Adam. Neither of those are my legit one, luckily. Uh, yeah, so we'll see. What's up, Joel? We're slightly red, but we stopped trading after the first opening minutes. It's just too sideways in the market right now. There's not really any edge, I feel like, in this market. It's just too sideways nature. We're all waiting for the Fed meeting. And again, guys, we're going to stream that completely live as we speak. I appreciate that, though, Adam. Thank you, brother. This has Benzinga, Gordon. And again, if you want to try out Benzinga, I think I posted the link for it here. Yeah, there it is. So check out Benzinga. Benzinga's super dope. SPY dipping down a little bit, Tide ramping up some, Walmart pushing up some. And again, I'm gonna go ahead and bow out of this, guys. We'll be back for the Fed meeting later on. And so we'll be back for the Fed meeting. We'll be streaming it as we do. So good luck. Again, check out Top Step. Meeting is at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then Jerome Powell is going to do a speech at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time. Again, if you want to get around the PDT rule, here's the link. Check it out. Hey, what's up, Mo? Don't go, bro. Hey, what's up, Mo? Hey, bro, we got a lot of good content coming out later today, brother. Mo, so good to see you here. How you doing in this market, Mo? Hopefully you're doing well, brother. But yeah, we got a lot of content coming. Listen, we're gonna be streaming the Fed meeting. We got Meta earnings today. We got Qcom earnings today. Tomorrow we got a lot of big stuff happening here. So hit that subscribe button, guys. Again, check out Top Step if you want to try to get funded. You get 20% off if you use my link. And there's no PDT rule in the futures market. Give it a try. Check out what it is. Click the link. And yeah, GG, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Also, guys, y'all check out Beach Bum Trading's channel. I told Beach Bum I'd give him a shout out. And so y'all check out Beach Bum Trading's channel. I think that's right. Beach Bum Trading. Yeah, there it is. Y'all check out Beach Bum Trading. Great channel, great swing trader here. He's got some good content. And so yeah, y'all give this man a subscribe. We certainly appreciate it. I'll consider it a favor. There's the link. Check it out. Is that Andrew Tate stuff? Just be careful, Mo. Like, listen, brother. A lot of the stuff in that content. No offense to Tate. And again, I don't know for sure. All I know is the content that I've seen like it. Is that a lot of it. There's Beach Bum Trading's channel right there. Go click that link, give that man a subscribe. But a lot of content like that is, you can find that stuff for free out there. You don't need to join and pay thousands of dollars for a course or content like that. You can find most of that stuff for free on the internet, Mo. Just to give you a heads up, brother. So just be careful with content like that, dude. You know I got your back. I have no reason to lie to you. I'm just trying to, a lot of people sell really high ticket items like that, and it's just publicly available content for free. You could probably find a lot of content like the actual content out there on the internet for free somewhere. I would never recommend that you guys find that courses and content somewhere on the internet for free. I would never ever recommend that, of course, but Google's your friend, sir. We're gonna be streaming the support. We're gonna be streaming the report at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So good luck. Hit that subscribe button. We will be back. Hit the sub button. Hit the notification bell. GG to you guys. Love you all. Have a good day. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Good luck. And yeah, y'all sub to our crypto channel also, guys. Beginner Crypto. Here is the link for that also. And yeah, we broke 700 subscribers here, guys. So we appreciate your love there too. Here's the link. Yeah, we're gonna be streaming the report. And yeah, good luck, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow.